everybody, all my internet friends around the world. Welcome to Felony Talk. I am your host, TeeJay Felony. It's the only place on the internet where you can get all your cyber cold information from a guy and his cat. Zanny's right here. Actually, There's a Zanny cat. She's doing fine, see? Go back to sleep, Zanny cat. We got a packed show today. Got a video I want to go over. Kelly Chase made a statement on Twitter. We're gonna go over that video and discuss that because it seems to be relevant with what I have seen personally on UFO Twitter. And also, there was this space that people have been DMing me about since it happened. It was hosted by a guy named Gabe, um, and I was just kind of blowing it off. But several people DM me and were like, "Dude, you got to go listen to Space. Listen to what happened in this space." So I listened to a little bit of it and not much. And we're gonna go back and go over the whole thing though. It is a little bit longer though, so I'm just gonna do the Gabe space during this episode, and I'll do the other space in the next episode. So it's like a 2.5 hour long space, but we're gonna skip through it because I did kind of scan through it to see where the spots I wanted to listen to were. It involves Misanthropy and J Just is there, and Gabe's there, and Red Panda is doing damage control, of course, and this one space is really important. It shines a lot of light on all kinds of topics that seem to affect me personally. I think that's why a lot of people were DMing me. And yeah, it's something that UFO Twitter has a right to know about and hear about. So we're gonna cover it on today's Felony Talk. Thank you everyone for hanging out. If you want to support financially, you can do it at buymeacoffee.com/TJFelony. It'd be hugely appreciated right now. You can support anonymously. Just leave your name blank. You got to put your email address in, but nobody sees it. It's just for refunds and kickbacks. And follow me at Felony Talk on X. That's where I post my updates on when my videos are coming out. And we will get right into the space. Let me do my corny intro and we'll get going. Thanks for being here. And welcome back to Felony Talk. This is the video I wanted to go over. This is Kelly Chase. She was involved in this situation a while back with, what was the guy's name? Jay something King. She mentions him in here. I got the original tweet, but we'll let it go ahead and play out. Um, I wasn't really quite sure what to think of it and why a lot of people seem to be criticizing her in the comments after this is because she seemed to defend him at the beginning of the allegations and she's now telling kind of a different story. She seems to have pivoted on it and the community was really harsh in the comments. People were calling her batshit crazy and all kinds of stuff, and what I hear saying actually rang legitimate and genuine, and I've actually witnessed one of the tactics or schemes that she claims were used against her. I've seen this, so it seemed to kind of strike a nerve with me when I listened to what she had to say here, and I'll explain why. But let's go ahead and play it. It's important for a couple reasons.
And Jay, since I know you're listening, here is one of
Jay, that's the guy that was at the heart of these allegations that stemmed from inappropriate behavior towards coworkers and colleagues, I guess is the word you would
The
use.
many ways that I know you aren't being truthful. Because you said that you wish, quote, to avoid turning painful private matters into public spectacle or drawing vulnerable individuals into further public exposure. But the one way that you could actually prevent that from happening, the way that you can actually protect those vulnerable people from going through further trauma in public, would be to just tell the truth. You don't
Absolutely.
need to say the names. You don't need to give the gory details. Just the truth. And the truth of my story is this. Throughout our friendship, you lied to me, exploited me, and manipulated my trust. And in the fall of 2023, I now believe that you somehow participated in an elaborate scenario in which I came to believe that I had been drugged after a conference and was subsequently being actively targeted by shadowy intelligence connected people as a result of having seen things I shouldn't have seen.
I'm going to rewind it so you can catch that a little better. But this idea that you saw something obtaining to ufology or a figure involved in ufology or heard something which it made you a target is a scheme that has played out on UFO Twitter. Red Panda Koala and Chupacabra had another woman that came through the community. She was well connected. She was connected to NASA. I'm not going to name her because there's no reason to. But when I do the edit, I'll throw some stuff up. And they convinced her that Lou Elizondo was targeting her in a similar type plot because she, was standing in the way of their agenda. Whatever. Who the fuck knows what these people are thinking? But it's the same tactic. It's a grimy dude whispering and manipulating a woman and convincing her the so and so is plotting on you. And when this thing happened, this is what really happened. And Red Panda Koala and them tried to convince her that when she had a strange incident drinking or going out one night, that it was the Elizondo camp targeting her. So it's real similar to what she describes. That you basically psyoped me into thinking that I was a target.
And manipulated my trust. And in the fall of 2023, I now believe that you somehow participated in an elaborate scenario in which I came to believe that I had been drugged after a conference.
The conference she's speaking about is Contact in the Desert, which seems to have allegations of every year. After allegations float up. She said 2023. That might have been the same year Red Panda Koala and Kimball came back accusing each other. This community has got some serious problems. UFology as a whole, they can't have a convention without allegations of assault or any kind of assault, really. Something always happens, and it's a problem.
And was
And I believe her when she mentions, this happened at this convention because bad things happen at those UFO conventions.
subsequently being actively targeted by shadowy intelligence connected people as a result of having seen things I shouldn't have seen. Whether you actually believed any part of that story yourself is not something that I can say for certain, at least not yet. But I know what it did to me.
Well, if he was similar to Red Panda Koala and Chupacabra when they were pushing that on this other woman, they don't believe it. They're just trying to. For one, I think it's their job is to slander Lou Elizondo at this point. I think they're getting paid for it, so it's their job.
It made me
They don't
afraid.
believe it though.
It made me doubt my own perception. It alienated me from people who might have helped me. It put me in a box and it made my world small.
So I imagine what happened is she probably didn't trust anybody. Plus, whoever they were trying to aim her at and say that's who targeted you. I'm not familiar with the entire story. Her situation, it's a psyop basically. Like that's what it is there's a lot of people psyoping each other around ufology, and these women seem to be a target for this specific psyop.
Believe that you were the only person in the world that I could fully trust, and it created a near bottomless well of empathy in me for what I believed you had been through in that hotel room. As a
So what she does there is that's explaining why she defended him when the early allegations came out. She claimed that like you had me so spun out that I thought you were my only friend. So when those allegations came out against him, she was kind of defending him a little bit. So I think that's what she's trying to do is explain why she might have been a little bit loyal to this guy.
result of that situation, and only because of that situation, I was willing to put up with things and overlook things and forgive
Oh,
things that
well,
I
there
never
you
would have
go.
allowed even once from anyone else under any other circumstances. I felt unsafe every minute of every day, even in my own home.
Man, that's powerful. Um, I think this I think she has me blocked. I've never communicated with her at one-on-one, I don't believe. But anybody who comes through ufology and spends some time there, they they are pushed the narrative that I'm enemy of disclosure, or it whatever, enemy of whatever. I'm friends with King Milkfart. I'm leader of the hate group. I'm DoomCrew. And I end up blocked by lots of people I've never even communicated with, and I'm pretty sure she's one of them. But I'll put the account up when I do the edit. We'll find out.
Every minute of every day, even in my own home.
I wanted to rewind that.
Things that I never would have allowed even once from anyone else under any other circumstances. I felt unsafe every minute of every day, even in my own home. But I don't have to tell you that. You had a front row seat to all of the ways that I was privately unraveling.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's powerful, man. Whether you agree with whatever, she felt that way, and she was. This is kind of an indictment on ufology. The people don't feel safe in this community. And it also goes with what I've been trying to say, which is a lot of this is people preying on mental health situations, paranoia, anxiety, and kind of, puppeteering and psyoping people. That's what I've seen with Red Panda Koala and Chupacabra and the community I kind of revolve around is it's people manipulating people, psyoping each other. In the lolcow universe, they call it gay opping. I don't know why, but they call it gay opping each other. It's I don't play those games, man. I just don't. All right, let's get ready to go to that space. I think people should listen to her and at least hear her out, though. I think it's kind of our spot, our job as a community to at least hear what she has to say. But people were being kind of harsh on on in the comments, I noticed, and yeah, I'd let it play out before you start to judge with that one, because we don't know. I mean, I guarantee there's more that she still hasn't talked about and is holding back. All right, let's get this space going. Um, I haven't listened to the whole thing. I know I'm gonna probably be annoyed. I don't like listening to these fucking things. Um, but a lot of my audience seems to like them. I know Broken Hip will be happy that I'm doing a space. This is a Gabe space. Um, right off the bat, I want to just let everyone know. I found out I got home or something. I was busy. I forget. I'm not in this space, even though I'm talked about a lot in it. And I had an invite from it, but when I clicked on it, it did the thing where it vanishes, and that's usually caused when someone who has you blocked co-hosted. So I kind of scanned through it, and Gabe had Red Panda Koala co-hosted one time at a time during this space, and I DM'd him and was like, dude, you're in my group chat and stuff. And when you co-host this asshole, it blocks us all out from the space. And I was annoyed. And Gabe, he what he did was he tried to play the dumb thing, like, "Oh, I didn't know, bro. I won't do it." But that just pissed me off more, so I removed him from the group chat. And it's not even personal. It's just basically anybody who is kind of playing the game and working the Keemstar method, you're not part of my crew. Like, it's just the way it is. So yeah. We'll go ahead and start listening this crap though. But this was hosted by Gabe the Babe, and it's all fucking. I'm not sure what all is said, but I know a lot of dumb shit was said. So let's get going on it. Because people were DMing me for like 2 days telling me I had to go listen to this.
Whose names I don't
space.
know because I'm new here. But
So that's Gabe.
like that's crazy. You know? That's why I don't think it's a spider web. But dude, the skeptics came out, the debunkers came out.
Okay, they do talk
that
about,
we don't dominate soccer.
They do talk about soccer and dumb shit.
Obviously,
Racist.
Right.
Yeah, correcting the record on Miss Anthrop's false accusations about me is not gang stalking. That's the thing, Anistella. Like,
Right.
that's fucked up.
Listen now. So Dooma
No,
Daddy,
actually, I do believe that she does have.
Gabe, can you
some
mute this
mental
little
health
Okay,
issues.
this
Carlos,
mental
you're not
patient,
going
please?
to disrupt the conversation. Stop
Yeah,
disrupting.
let
Let them talk between
Interstellar
each
make his
other.
point, and then that because otherwise, we can't understand each other. Go ahead, Interstellar.
This is so bad.
Yeah. Dooma Daddy, he made a post, and like that all snap guy, he doxed him. He doxed his name in that post. So that if there was anything where he would be reported for, then he would have been reported for doxing that person, and that's a serious offense on X. So
Okay, so that's why Doomer Daddy's account apparently went down is he doxed this account off Snap. And he thinks it's this guy named Jason. Well, I'm like 99% sure Osap Rocky and Osnap with an N, those are different accounts, you idiot. You're doxing the wrong person. Like, and that's why his account got locked, and they blamed it on Interstellar.
if Dooma did get suspended because of that post, that's his fault. He got to be accountable for his actions.
Isn't that interesting that you know the exact post that would he been reported for?
No, because I pulled him up
Huh.
on that post.
Oh, he was loudly doxing someone, dude.
I pulled him up
Huh.
on that post.
Interesting.
Because are you against doxing, right? If you saw doxing, would you call it out?
No, Panda is only against doxing when it happens to him or his friends. When it happens to someone he despises or doesn't like, he thinks it's hilarious. I can prove it. I have a clip. He doesn't disown doxing as long as it's not happening to him.
Absolutely.
But there
I'm
we are.
probably the
That's
biggest
why I
person
called it
against
out.
doxing.
He laughed at me when I got doxxed, and dude, I defended him when he got doxxed. I have screens of him like thanking me and stuff. Thank you for standing up for me. And then he laughed at me when it happened to me.
Dooma Daddy is the person who knows why he got suspended.
He's a
If he
piece
got
of
suspended
shit.
for a specific post, X would have told him what post it was, and we haven't seen any like evidence of that. So it's going to be for the bot purge because Star Captain lost his account, other people
Oh, a bot purge, he said.
lost their account. So I think you owe an
Star
apology.
Captain is also black.
There we go.
Dude, Panda tries to imply that people are being racist against Doomer because this is another thing that drives me nuts. These guys are MAGA wankers, but they'll grab like little liberal causes like DEI.
You can't. This is why I don't like coming spaces with you because you're not a serious
Nefarious.
guy. You're just a fucking bullshitter.
Yeah, he's just talking shit. Like Interstellar's never displayed racist views, so why would you now imply that he's being racist? I think Interstellar is a person of color. He sounds like it.
True, but is there a racial component to how much Doomer Daddy gets falsely accused of shit?
I don't want to. I'm not gonna give
This is
him.
like the days of our lives, right? And
Justy was the one who can't read that post about Doomer Daddy and wanted to do Hooked on Phonics reading comprehension.
And you still
Did you even
haven't.
watch Days of Our Lives game?
Put it in the nest, Justy, and we will. I blocked Miss Anthony.
Why is Carlos in here?
50 fucking.
I can't right now.
Well, Doomer Daddy's fucking. I know he's in the anonymous section right now listening because anytime anyone brings his name up, he comes up. But, um, bro, the fact that he's fucking banned right now is crazy. Like, that shit would have never happened like a year ago.
It's dude, he was doxing someone. Like it's when you break the terms of service that openly and someone can just snap it and report, your account's gonna get locked. I never get locked. I never really break the rules, but these guys seem to struggle with it. It's not crazy. Um, one thing is, yeah, I'll get into it.
Oh, that shit would have, like, he would have just gotten away with it. No blocks, no nothing. But now, by the way, how is Psyop Anime? Is he still hanging out with y'all? Because
No, he's too big for us now, bro. He left us in the dirt.
no,
Yeah, he's too cool
fuck,
for
I
us.
knew he would
Smart
too.
move.
Oh, smart move, Justy. Wow.
Yeah, really smart move to get the fuck away from those guys. Yeah.
Well, I mean, this place is like a trash bin.
So
He told
Jay
me he was
just
like, "I'm leaving this fucking
Jay just gets it.
community. I'm never coming back."
And it's
Fuck
a
this.
trash bin because these guys have made it a trash bin.
Like he was.
Well, you and your friends did dox him, right? Put his address out there. He had to like
He
move
found
addresses and
himself.
wait there
shit.
now. You
Okay, I do want to go ahead and talk about this right now. Now that Panda gives me a good reason to, with you guys and your friends did dox me. Gabe hit the community, okay? And this is all my opinion. He didn't have any connections. He wasn't friends with any of us. The first thing he wanted to do was get known, make a name for himself. So he attached himself to me and my friend group. Darren, he saw there was the little war going on and he jumped head fucking first into that shit. Okay? He Gabe and Red Panda Koala, they triggered the doxing war. They would they Gabe started doxing Panda, and then Panda got doxed, and then him and his friends started doxing us. We never doxed people before Gabe hit the community. Gabe triggered in Panda, going back and forth, triggered this doxing war where we all got doxed and accused. Darren kind of split, hasn't been back since. All because of this shit and this little doxing war that Gabe and Panda triggered. And to sit and watch them circle jerk together now after causing all those fucking problems, dude, it's an insult and it's a disgrace. And that's why I'm saying that guy isn't part of my friend circle. Gabe, he's not. I don't know if he says like we're this is us and you, dude, you're with them as far as I'm concerned. Like you're not in my friend circle, and I blame you for a lot of this shit. Panda clipped it when he was logging my game streams. I talked about how I've only really thought that a couple people in the community could actually be what you call feds, and Gabe was one of them. And there were a few reasons when he hit the community like that, and his first order was to fucking get involved in all the fighting and drama. And the way he did it was by saying that he liked my channel. I've got a couple posts I can put up. The problem with that is he would he never watched my videos for one. Like I would be in a space with him that the next day and he would be clueless to something that I had just covered in a 15-minute video. And it's like, well, do you even watch my videos? So if you don't watch them, why are you going to bat and fighting with all these people over it? Because he would like out openly support my YouTube channel, and that's what made him a target in the community from Carlos and Kimball and Noncred and Panda and everyone else. Well, he wanted to become a target. That's how he was creating a name on UFO Twitter. Oh, I'm the Batman of UFO Twitter. Remember all that shit? He kind of hijacked our movement, the stand me and Darren and Carlos and King Milkfart and all these other people had been making against the gatekeepers of UFO Twitter. He hijacked and used that to make a name for himself in the community, and he was never really, he never cared. He just wanted to get involved. He would have rather been on Panda's team probably, if he could had an in, but it was easier just to kind of get in with us, and it caused lots of problems. Like I mentioned, we never doxed people. We never did any of that stuff. So when Gabe started doxing all these people, he even after I got doxed, Gabe went and doxed more people on saying it was on my behalf after I told him not to. The doxing and stuff, we all agree it's bullshit. Like, I don't want to see anyone else get doxed, even people that doxed me. There was more information that came out after I got doxed, it going the other way. Don't do that. Don't dox these guys. Don't put out information about them. It's just counterproductive. And yeah, that's all I got to say. After I made a video saying don't dox anybody, stop doxing people, he went and doxed more people, saying I'm backing my buddy. That shit was never genuine to me. It was always suspicious as fuck. And like I said, it ran us all into the mud, into this doxing party, and I blame him for that. I really do. Um, but it is what it is.
You and your friends. No. This is the association thing again.
No, like Gabe actually literally did.
Yeah.
I'm not Interstellar.
Me-
Gabe and Tia
No
Red
one else.
absolutely put out
No
his
one else
address.
was involved. That's what I'm saying.
So,
Red. No one
dude,
else. Was
see how
involved.
much of a hypocrite he is, though? He just said, "Oh, this is the
I'm
association."
not.
Dude, listen to that guy. That's Carlos. I can't
I
stand
was
He's
his
like
wrong.
voice.
literally associate. No, I'm not talking about you, Gabe. I'm talking about Interstellar. He's like,
Oh, I'm not talking about
And
you.
I'm happy for him, but like, is he gonna be the last person to ever make an anime with generative AI? No. It's gonna be based on the content. And before his content was based on us, right? Or, he had the Rev, right? He did
It's the
his
same
whole
content. It's a commentary on what he's watching and what he's doing. That's it. It's commentary. It was
I'm not gonna listen to Tupa either.
Basic
But look,
premise.
he's gonna find out really quickly that the new friends he got, right, from this whole getting big, blown up, become famous, all that shit.
Become famous. See, this is what Gabe focuses on, is blowing up, getting famous. That's all he really cares about. And he wanted the fast line to the front row, the main players, like the main character complex. That's what he wanted. That's what he was after. He'll follow the exact same path that UAP, Mike, and Chase did. Eventually, he'll just be with these guys he's already, circle jerking with them.
The new friends he's gonna realize they're gonna leave him, they're gonna backstab him. The
Dude, what are
first
you
they're
opportunity.
gonna
talking
fucking come
about?
after you.
The new friends? You don't know his new friends. You know these guys on UFO Twitter and they're a bunch of scumbags. So if PsyOp Anime did move on from this community, dude, good for him. Hopefully he never comes back.
There is another account in there which, yeah.
Which does
I
horrible
want to
stuff
talk
to me and
about.
people on the daily that you don't ever say
Want to
shit
talk
about,
about
right?
Doomer
That's what you're
getting
saying,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a
suspended,
retard.
but you don't want to talk about Tio getting suspended. Remember his account?
Tio, Rotary, yeah, everyone's pretty.
He's never getting
Tell us about
back.
it, Gabe.
They mass report my YouTube channel. They reported the last video. Dude, it was climbing. My last video hit 1,000 views. It covered some of this, the scheme. They get into it, I think, a little later. And, as it was climbing towards 1,000 views, which I've never gotten 1,000 views in a couple days, they started mass reporting it. I started getting the emails, so they were doing anything to stop that thing from growing. That's the tactics these guys use.
Good. He sucks, dude. He was using his account for evil. So if he loses it, so be it.
Tio?
Oh my god.
Tio was, dude. Tio is one of the most biggest friends of disclosure you could ever have. I'm an enemy of disclosure. I think it's all joke. I think what you people are chasing is the evolution of drone warfare. I got a video to show you that's really badass. Check it out.
Since 2022, the 30th Separate Mechanized Brigade has been active in the Bakhmut sector. In early September, the Ukrainian military introduced the Dragonfire drone, designed to fly low and slow over enemy positions, releasing thermite, a highly incendiary mix of powdered aluminum and ferrous oxide, rust, that burns at temperatures of up to 3,000 degrees Celsius, 5,400 Fahrenheit. The drone creates a flamethrower-like effect, igniting tree lines, foliage, and any flammable materials like camouflage netting used by enemy troops.
But yeah, I think what people have been chasing, especially over the past few years, is the advancement of drone technology. I don't think there's anything to disclose. There are no fucking aliens. I think you people have lost your goddamn minds. Tio is an absolute friend of disclosure. He loves he believes it. Dude, he believes Phil Schneider's story. He believes Jason Sands. So for Tupa to say it's an evil account, like, dude, are you an enemy of disclosure?
Okay, this is gonna. All right, what's up? I haven't met you.
I want to ask Darren. Darren, I haven't heard from Darren. Can I ask Darren? Darren, what do you think of that mic? But you are looking at something truly incredible.
Our ability to take the, and that is that I can do whatever the fuck I want and you know have fun and get away with it. And
Have fun. Um, this is the thing, Gabe. This stuff really hasn't been fun for me. My family's been threatened. These guys sent a girl to sextort me. Dude, that relationship almost went a year, bro. Of some girl trying to get inside my fucking head, get D-pics from me, so she can give them to my enemies and run me out of the community. It hasn't been fun. And to watch you prance around on this battle that's been waging for 3 years now on social media, and you just come prancing in and we're having fun. It's an insult. It really is. It's an insult because Darren's not having fun. Dandy isn't having fun. Um, Ray and Klaus never had fun with this shit. I'm sure they enjoyed it before the takeover, but it isn't fun for us. So when Misanthropy's getting called a dumb bitch for joining a space, that's not fun. For you to talk like that,
Elon can't do anything about it, so it's great.
Maybe she gets paid to go to a
I
game.
didn't know the Matt Gates
Because the
thing
PR.
that was new, right? No one had heard that.
Yeah, that's never been revealed.
okay, this shows you the Matt Gates thing. They're talking about the screenshots, where the DoomCrew. That was in my video, dude. I exposed that shit. Like as far as
Holy
YouTube.
shit! Wow, this is.
Holy
See, the
shit.
thing is, I'm not used to being part of breaking news. You know,
I'm not used to being part of breaking news.
I'm a small little account. Only have 1,500 followers. You know, I can't. You know, I can't. I
I do
can't.
have subscription then.
Yeah, I don't have like the following Panda has or Interstellar has or Jesse has, but it's cool. I'm not gonna lie, but I think Pandy, you're the one who questioned.
What? What is cool? Dude, this guy is not Felony Flock, okay? I'm gonna be very clear. That account is not representative of me or my friends.
Him and got it out of him. So I think you deserve the.
Thank you,
Got it out of him? Dude,
Gabe.
what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, dude, because like
We all start somewhere, bro. I remember Estella and me, we all had, and Justin, we all had 1,500 followers at one time too, bro. Just grift hard,
I
grift
still
every
kind of
day, and you'll
do.
be up.
God, he's so awful. The thing
well,
is, he's not joking.
well, I think still to this day, my biggest interview, right? I think it only happened because Justy was there, you know, with Eric Weinstein. Weinstein.
Fake.
Up for the real shoot down programs. You know what I mean? Like, I think these guys would be killed for coming out and saying what they were saying.
So yes, that is Psych Ward Mike. In there circle jerking with Gabe and Panda. That's who rushed in when they first joined this space. I rewind it back to the beginning. It's the same motherfucker that held the spaces when Gabe was having his brain surgery, saying they wanted the surgery to go bad and him to end up as a vegetable. They were gonna go, if he died, they were gonna go tell his mom how funny it was.
I am saying, however, if he ends up a vegetable, that's okay with me. Am I right? But if it does happen, oh, what am I kidding? I'm putting it out into the universe. It's wrong. It sounded like surgery was a long shot. I don't know. Suffering. That's what I wish. Suffering. That's what I wish. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
These guys held spaces saying all this. It's all recorded. I'll play a couple clips, put the screenshots up. And less than what, a month, 2 months later, you're here circle jerking with the guy that wanted you to end up as a fucking, paraplegic the rest of your life. They were laughing their asses off, bro, having a great time. They held 2 or 3 fucking spaces doing that shit. And you're gonna sit in here and circle jerk with those guys? It's embarrassing to me, dude. Like, I'm embarrassed for you, to sit there, and you want to couch it as like, oh, it's me turning the other cheek, being the bigger man. It's you being a coward. It's you putting your fucking Twitter growth above your own integrity, is what I see. And dude, another problem is I lost friends over that shit. When those guys were holding those spaces, I clashed with buddies that were participating in those fucking spaces, and I cut them off for good. And then you're just gonna circle jerk with them, dude. I'm seriously like embarrassed for you. Like, I don't know how else to put it. It's one of the more cowardly things I've seen. You can't even stand up for yourself. Like, what the fuck, dude? Who would hang out with someone after they were telling the whole community they wanted you to have a surgery go wrong so you end up a vegetable so they can go laugh in your mom's face? That's what these guys said. This buffoon right
If
here.
it wasn't sanctioned. So it's sanctioned in some way, and he doesn't like the fact that I have that opinion.
Claiming to be on stimulants and then also uses marijuana? Claiming to be on stimulants and then also uses marijuana? Claiming to be on stimulants and then also uses marijuana?
That idiot. Just recently. It wasn't like 2 years ago where they'd make amends. It's something I will never understand. And yeah, I don't associate with people that are just that mentally fragile, weak, cowardly, that won't. I just can't, bro. You might as well just go hang out with them. When I first started going over this space, I encountered that voice and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? This guy's in here circle jerking with the dude that was basically putting a hex on his brain surgery with all of UFO Twitter." Like, they had like 4 or 5 of them in there, and they were all laughing about how awesome it's gonna be if his brain surgery goes bad, and how the world would be a better place if he died.
Here, you can give us some context because I don't know what the fuck's going on. All right, here we have something. Oh, you tagged me here.
Remember
Yeah.
Crazy Seamus? Remember Psycho Seamus? He said that I was a Zionist because of the shit I said about Jews. Like
No,
I don't know where this idea that I hate Jews comes from, Justy. It actually hurts my feelings that you would think
I
that.
don't think
It's
you
because
hate them. I just think that you just go with whatever narrative is popular at the time.
Exactly. If Panda's friends are making anti-Semitic jokes, then Panda makes anti-Semitic jokes.
MAGA cough.
I mean, if we're being honest, it's crazy. Like MAGA, like Trump, is kind of does a lot for Jewish people in Israel and all this shit. Do you think he's? I don't even want to get into it. It just,
Yeah,
I do not hate
let's
Jews.
keep politics out of it because otherwise the MAGA people are gonna
He
Can't
get
help
can
themselves.
he can get
Blatant
the
lies.
DMs. I don't know. They say something about Chase going after people who
Read it,
disagree with
read
the
it, Justy. I will help
narrative.
you learn how
yeah.
to
So
read right
you
here in the
read it to me.
space.
It's so weird that Panda is doing all this damage control for the screenshots, specifically the ones about Chase being weaponized, them giving him rope, the ones about the monetization scheme. He tries to say that we're making a narrative, creating a narrative. The screenshots are right there. There's no narrative to create. Like it's created for us. We're just reacting to it. And we don't even know the whole scheme. We're trying to put it together. So like to say we created a narrative, we're reacting to the leaks that are coming out in real
And tell me
time.
what it says.
You put it up in the nest. I blocked Miss Anthrop after her false campaigns against me and my friends.
Wow.
Ah, what a pansy. He blocked Misanthropy. Dude, she's too much of a force for him. She's intelligent, she's educated. You can't manipulate her. She doesn't need to be liked on UFO Twitter. So yeah, they don't know they block those ones cuz they can't go toe to toe. Their tactics don't work against
I will
us.
help
You
you read
blocked
though.
her for that? That was
It's not
nothing.
cool, man.
No, he also blocked her when she was just simply for being in my live chat on YouTube. She was like, "This guy actually blocked me." We DM sometimes. I was like, "Yeah, I told you they'll do that." He told her he was disappointed in her and blocked her. And all she was doing was in my live chat during a live stream hanging out. These guys are weird, man.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think we need to play this Logan space really because
Okay, play
Oh,
it.
Red's just
yeah.
telling
Oh,
lies. He and his friends have been gang stalking Misanthropy for like a long time now. It's been going on like even before this shit that's happened with the screenshots or whatever.
yeah, they've
Yeah.
been harassing her since she was friends with me.
Like, bruh, look.
And her biggest crime was being in a TJ felony space. That's all it was down to.
Let's talk about.
And her biggest crime was being in a TJ felony space. That's all it was down to.
Let's talk about.
And her biggest crime was being in a TJ felony space. That's all it was down to.
Let's talk about how Kimball was in the nudes for nude space.
Yeah, that is a point, Miss Anthrop.
Freaking Galos using the nudes for dude space. Wait a minute. He so did I am I making things up about people and now you're using it against Kimball? So when am I making things up and when does this stop? If it's about Logan, he's making things up about people. But if it involves Kimball, then TJ's being honest. These guys are so nefarious.
Said that there's pedophilia running rampant in that space. Like,
Nobody ever said that. They said there was a space hosted by Showtime Ricky on a sock entitled Nudes for Dudes, where there was a naked young boy being shared in the comments. And Kimball, Somber, and Ricky Showtime were all in there. There were three of them. And to me, that looked like a small gathering of people sharing illicit material. They add all these buzzwords. Like, I usually say illicit material. Um, I have the screenshots and everything. I had to censor it all out because it was a naked young boy. And what happened is they slipped up and it was more than me that saw it. Before I even really spoke with Misanthropy, she saw the same space and was like, "What the fuck?" This was days after the Epstein list that came out, like maybe a week, the same week. So there's only really one like excuse that they might be able to give. We were joking. But this photo isn't like, a childhood photo of one of them when they were younger being funny. It's a young boy in a compromised position with his underwear down around his ankles. And it was just right there. And the space was titled Nudes for Dudes. And they're in there. Why would anyone join that unless they're wanting to check out the Nudes for Dudes? Like, what the fuck? And I called this out and I put the screenshot up. And I even censored the whole fucking thing. YouTube still flagged it. I can't believe X even let this shit on. I warned the whole community, what is going on here? Why are these guys doing this? This is a little ring of goofies here? And everyone just attacked me for it. They blamed me. The whole community either ignored me or attacked me for it. Weeks go by, and Misanthropy probably saw my video or heard him talking about it and was like, "Well, I saw that. I was there. Witnessed the whole thing, and yeah, that's what they were doing." Like you can't deny what it is. How do you explain it then? And that's what I initially did. I was like, Kimball, I tagged him. What the fuck is this? Why are you guys in a space called Nudes for Dudes looking at pictures of naked children? Why? Why are you doing this? And I never to this day have gotten an explanation. All I've gotten is attacked. So when that stuff's happening and the whole community is attacking me for pointing out illegal photos of kids being shared on UFO Twitter, my mind starts to look and be like, these people are covering this up. They're protecting this shit. Because you had Marie that was attacking me over it and not giving it an explanation, just attacking me. And it's like, well, are you okay with this then? Like, what is going on?
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But look, you know what I mean? Like certain people that hang out in certain spaces, have certain group chats that we all know that are like
I've been contacted by other members of the community. I'm gonna throw one up. I'm not gonna give their name, and they've told me though these guys, specifically Logan, have sent them illicit material. I'll put the DM up, but I'm not gonna give any sources. There's more than one that told me that they have opened files that were sent to them and been like, oh fuck, what is this? Like questionable illicit material. Whether it's AI that he's doctoring, I don't know, because I don't engage in that type of behavior. They reverse these allegations and launched them back at me at times. I've never shared any kind of sexual photos of any kind with anybody, let alone myself, their nudes or of anything, any pornographic nature, nothing. These guys reverse the allegation, and I don't have any reason to think this stuff about me. I've never sent anybody pornographic videos, pictures. I don't even watch regular porn. I'm mid 30s. Like I'm not a 16-year-old kid. I don't need to be a pervert. And it was weird when I came here how hyper focused and on sex and just perverted bullshit this whole community was. Um, it those late night spaces that go all night, if you pop in there, 9 times out of 10, that's what's going on in there is pervert chat. Ricky's space was one where I popped in and Carlos was talking about having men poop on him. This is the type of stuff you'll stumble into, and I think it's worthy of calling out.
inappropriate. And I think it's
And
completely
that's what Gabe's saying. There's certain group chats, certain spaces, everyone knows it's not a secret, and that's the problem. It seems like people are covering it up.
inappropriate to have a chat where you're talking about utilizing one of us, right, as an attack dog. Like that's fucked up.
Read the
Chase,
chat. Read this.
it's
Read the
not
chat.
fair. Look, I don't like Chase doesn't like me. It's fine. I don't like him for a lot of reasons. But dude,
Can you read the chat though? We're all gonna learn how to read.
So now Gabe is like, on board with they're weaponizing Chase and it's not cool, which is true. Panda doing it, he's the main one doing damage control on this, which he's not mentioned anywhere in the chat. So he injected himself into this scheme. I wouldn't have even known he was involved if he wasn't out here doing all this damage control for Doomer, which makes me think that the scheme might be originating from maybe his employer or something like that. He's definitely involved with it.
Together today.
No, that's
I will
fucked
take
up.
time out of my day
The scheme to monetize spaces. Their words, not mine.
to teach you guys how to read.
Really
Space,
fucked
Miss
up.
Anthrop, talk about it, you bitch. Talk about how Kimball was in that space that you like to.
Oh my god. So Misanthropy just tried to join, and that was Carlos. Why even let him up, Gabe? Like, dude, what the fuck? You're circle jerking with these guys. Or else they wouldn't feel comfortable doing that in your space. And you acting like this is just fun and games. We're all becoming really popular. Giggles. You think that's fun for Misanthropy? She just got called a dumb bitch in your space by a little wanker that shouldn't have even been allowed in there in the first place.
I love this. I love this, by the way. But
Oh my,
you know,
dude, what the fuck? I love this. I love this. I'm gonna get that because I want to clip that.
Before this shit that's happened with the screenshots or whatever.
yeah, like, bruh, look.
And her biggest crime was being in a TeeJay felony space. That's all it was down
No,
to.
let's talk about how Kimball was in the nudes for nude space.
Yeah, that is a point. Miss Anthrop said that there's pedophilia running rampant and it's that space that Kimball was in.
You know
Crazy.
what? I think you know what?
I can't believe they're grabbing bits and pieces of my investigating on this community.
There are
Fucking
certain people
assholes.
in this community have a reputation, and they have a reputation for a reason. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But look, you know what I mean? Like certain people,
He almost said Logan. But Logan, certain people.
they hang out in certain spaces. Have certain group chats that we all know that are like
Listen with the
inappropriate,
Anthropy
and
joins here.
I think it's completely inappropriate to have a chat where you're talking about utilizing one of us, right, as an attack dog. Like that's fucked up.
Read the
Chase,
chat. Read this.
it's
Read the
not
chat.
fair. Look, I don't like Chase doesn't like me. It's fine. I don't like him for a lot of reasons. But dude,
Can you read the chat though? We're all gonna learn how to read together
Panda, if you want it read so bad, just read it out loud and make your fucking point. You little amphetamine fiend.
today.
no, that's
I will
fucked
take
up.
time out of my day to teach you guys how to
It's
read.
really
Space,
fucked
Miss
up.
Anthrop, talk about it, you bitch. Talk about how Kimball was in that space that you like to.
Oh my god, dude. What the fuck, dude? I've never done that to a girl in a space. Like, I think I've called them like a Twitter groupies in comments and stuff, but I've never yelled at a girl or done anything like that. That's psychotic. And it's crazy that I get labeled as the bad guy when there's not one example of me doing anything like that. But these fuckers are doing it on a weekly basis. To somebody like Misanthropy, who's just a genuine good person. Like, there is no reason to be treating her like that. It reminds me a lot of Leah Prime. LP was a genuine, great, amazing person, intelligent, compassionate. She would do anything for her friends, never been in trouble with the law or anything. And these guys destroyed her, or tried to, anyways, her reputation also. Bogus allegations, the same shit they're doing to Misanthropy. They have a type of female that they go after, and it's intelligent, confident, educated. That's the criteria. V is another one they did it too. Ray, Moneypenny.
I love this. I love this, by the way. But
Shame on you, Gabe. You love this? What do you love about Misanthropy getting called a dumb bitch? That guy is not part of my friend circle.
you know what I mean? It's just like it's fucked up.
How creepy
People
is
shouldn't be
Carlos to have
using.
all these sock accounts? It's like really fucking strange behavior, isn't it?
Oh, so I guess Carlos when they're kicking him out is jumping back on socks each time. Dude, he's got some creepy socks. I'll put a couple up when I do. Guys, just his socks alone would make you think the guy's a creep, if you ask
It's
me.
not like how normal fucking human beings
I think he's just a
Well,
gay
operate
man
like.
it's
during Pride
normal
Month trying to
until
not
like
be
undoubtedly.
silenced.
Well, you know what?
Shut up, Panda. He just called Misanthropy a dumb bitch for joining the conversation. Why shouldn't he be silenced? We don't do that in our friend circle. We don't call any girls dumb bitches. You could even bring in your Twitter skis bags. We would treat them with respect. It's just how we are. A little piece of shit.
It's just fucked up to like use someone like that. Like as much as I
I'm
don't like
amazed
Chase.
nobody called that out. Like those words, you fucking dumb bitch. It's it's about as degrading as you can get as far as to a girl.
Okay, you guys are talking about it so much. Just read the screenshot. Why is it so hard for you guys
Oh,
to read the screenshot?
oh, you think they haven't actually read it, Panda? They're gonna read it for the first time in this space and then suddenly understand.
Can I
Allegation.
can I at least explain why I think it's fucked up? Because like,
But that's not what's happening. No one's weaponizing Chase. Like that's the whole point. You guys are misrepresenting a
no,
screenshot.
not make any fucking.
So, first off, how do you know, Panda? You weren't even there mixed into the conversation. You know what Doomer's thinking? Or are you saying what he told you to say, you dumbass? You don't know his motives, his intent. And to imply like you do is arrogant and fucking mm.
Anti-Semitic remarks. You know what I mean? As long as like, and no
He
racist.
never does.
I'm not sharing a space with Chase.
He
Okay,
tried to
I'm not.
I
cancel
don't.
Never
I don't want
mind.
Chase for
anything to
being
do
It's
with that
not
guy.
coming
He's a
anti-Semitic.
up.
piece of
Then
shit.
Interstellar draws his line at Chase. Chase is not welcome. At least Gabe held to that.
Fucking.
sorry. Then Chase is not coming up.
Okay, well, Interstellar wants to just make accusations and not.
Well, good for you, Gabe. At least you held to the guy threatening to fly across the country to whack people. You didn't let him up.
I'm gonna fucking hit you quick and steady, and then I'm gonna fly home.
But you did make all the other
Allow the accused to
mistakes.
defend themselves.
And I just want to say I have nothing against Doomer. I just don't understand why he'd want Chase to be utilized for anything to do with the
Justy, I'm trying to help you learn how to read because what this whole premise you have
no,
that
because
you're spinning
we
yourself
all
up
know
around
Chase
is
has problems. We all
Do you
know
know what?
Chase.
Right? Like I've removed Red.
So I did a whole video about this. These screenshots that leaked out of their group chat. It's them scheming to monetize UFO Twitter, and they're talking about how they're using Chase to run these weird psyops and root out the dissenters, anybody who might stand in the way. And Chase is the guy that makes violent threats against everybody and cries and then drinks and then rages and then cries again and then drinks and then rages. This cycle's been going on for 2 years. He's mentally unwell. It's very obvious.
I'll show up 2 days earlier and scout the whole fucking area. For real. I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna fucking tweak out on every possible scenario until you walk across my path.
And these guys are weaponizing him, just kind of winding him up and pushing him in towards us, which is a very dangerous thing to do. Could also almost be criminal. The ufology community has had already a lot of really bad shit happen. There was the Christopher Gray situation, and we have an issue just like the Kelly Chase video, where these bad actors, these nefarious wankers like Panda and the Doomer crew here, are winding up people with with mental health issues, and they're using them as crash test dummies in the community to go at people, to spread false allegations, like Kelly Chase was talking about, aiming us at the wrong people, psyoping, that type of thing. And you can tell how Panda, he's gaming. There's no emotion behind it. That's one of the things that makes me think it's a job. is he's psyoping, he's maneuvering. He never, besides when you get him a little flustered or backed into a corner, he never seems to have any emotional involvement.
Because I've just had a total fucking enough of his fucking gaslighting, narcissism, fucking bullshit, fucking gameplay, and go fuck yourself.
Oh shoot. Okay. But yeah, what I was gonna say about Chase is like we all know about Chase, right? He has serious issues. He's got, you know what I mean? He needs help. It's fucked up that any one of us would like take advantage of someone in such a vulnerable position. You know what I mean?
That's the one thing you said that I can agree with you, Gabe. It is very fucked up that someone would take advantage of that situation. And these guys have made a whole, group out of it. They did it with Psych Ward Mike, fresh out of the mental hospital, for online harassment. And they had him weaponized and fighting their battles for them. Red Panda Koala and Tupacabra. I have a clip I can show.
It's like that's fucked up.
This isn't anything new. This is just the reason it's a big deal now is because these guys were talking about it in a fucking group chat and it got leaked. They have a rat in their group chat that's leaking all their schemes. So now they can't talk about schemes anymore. They're gonna have to make a new group chat.
human.
Is it like when Mike Disclosure gave you all our addresses and you were out there posting them?
Why are you jumping to that now, Red? Why are you going like all
I'm
over
just
the
saying it's
place?
ironic to hear
With all
Gabe
these like
Are we
fucking
put
going to
some
weird
play
false
the
accusations.
narrative.
Logan space? Like, let's listen to this because I never heard it.
I don't really want to play it in here because it's not fair to Misanthropy, because it's like literally like three gang stalkers going after her when she's in the listener section. So I wouldn't do that without like her.
I haven't heard that one either. It sounds like the Logan crew going after. I did remember I was talking to her one day when she joined one of their spaces, and we talked about, yeah, everything. What I think, why I think the things I do, and it is what it is.
Did you do
Yeah,
Her
that,
consent. But
Red?
I don't know why her meeting me person to person and hearing what I have to say turns her into a target. I want to just be very clear. There's a lot of shit that I say and do that Misanthropy will tell me she doesn't agree with, or she thinks that I don't have enough information to be said, jumping to that conclusion. To imply any kind of nefarious nature or the manipulation. It just isn't what it is. This is just two people that are both involved in the same cyber community that see a lot of wild shit happening, and we might agree on a few things. But the key is that we communicate with respect, and we don't have to agree on everything. But for some reason, these people just can't handle that. And I've always been easy to get along with as long as you
Say
treat
of
me with respect.
Misanthrope. Let
but
Ace
it's
tell him no.
posted on her timeline. So if anyone wants to go and hear
Oh, it's on her timeline. I might go check it
Red
out.
and his gang
Makes me
stalkers.
sad though, man. Makes me really sad. Um, when I see good people get targeted by lunatics like Chase, Carlos, and I know it's kind of a barrage that's really aimed at me. They're mad that they can't get to me, so they're going at people that they know are friends with me. It makes me feel really bad. And I need to quit saying it because I think that's why they do it. Is they know it kind of runs me down, but it also adds motivation. Though, like, this needs to stop. I'm gonna put an end to this shit.
Attacking her, then they're free to do that. Or if you want, just DM me and I'll send it to you.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow,
let us know
Red.
if we can play Misanthrope.
Oh, J just went and listened to it. She's going, wow, wow.
Because we don't want to do that.
You're so full of
We
crap.
don't want to do that on.
Wow, you guys are something else, man.
What? So they went and listened to this clip of Misanthropy getting barraged by Logan and some other three other men, she said. And Panda's like, wow, you guys. So what are you bitching about, Panda? That they saw the treatment Misanthropy just received over in a Logan crackhead space, and they were like, dude, that's crazy. Like, sometimes I don't even know like what your angle is or like your where your standing is on a topic. So you think I haven't even listened to you yet. You think whatever happened in that Logan space was a good thing then, and it's crazy that Jay just had that reaction. Like, dude, these guys are nuts. Like,
Well,
What are
something else for
we?
saying the truth.
What are we, Red? Why don't you tell us what we are, bro? Because what we are
You're
is
presenting false narratives, man.
Let me put you on the Keemstar fucking thing, bro. Get your account making some money, dude. It's into each other. What's how to grift off fucking X. It's into each other. What's how to grift off fucking X. It's into each other. What's how to grift off fucking X.
let's
You're either taking
presenting false narratives. It's their screenshots from their group chats. Like how? How are we presenting them and they're false? The only way you could really say that is if you thought they were fabricated, like doctored documents, which there has been zero allegations of that. Um, Gabe saying like,
in the bait, or you're actively participating in the
are,
false
are you
narrative.
just upset that we outflanked you? Like,
okay, that comment right there. Are you just upset that we outflanked you? I was in a space with Gabe just like what 3 nights ago, and he didn't even know any of this was going on with the screenshots. That's a good example of him trying to place himself at the as a main character in the story. It has nothing to do with him. There's no we outflanked you. Like, what did you do? Look at the screenshots and go, wow, that's fucked up, Chase. Like, what was your role? Um, yeah,
are you
they're calling it my narrative, TJ's little narrative. He said that earlier.
just upset that, like, we blew up a little bit? Are you just upset at that? You know,
What?
is this all lashing out because you feel like you weren't part of it, dude? You were part of it, Red. Every baby face needs to heal, right?
No.
And every heel needs a baby face, otherwise shit doesn't work. So we should be all happy for each
No, see, that's bullshit right there. We should all be
other, right?
happy for each other. These motherfuckers, dude. This is a problem. The fact that Gabe joined the community and him and Panda started this dox party that everyone suffered from, and now no, we should just circle jerk together. That's the Keemstar method. Create drama and then harvest it. Just make sure you're on the good end of the harvest. Um, I don't buy that shit at all. We're not aligned at all. This we'll just kind of circle jerk and play good guys and bad guys. Go fuck yourself with that, dude. These guys have been so awful to my closest friends in this community that they don't come around anymore. They're not in spaces. They left. Lots of them, bro. There is no we should all be happy for each other. What I want in my closer friends, I think I can feel safe in speaking for them on this, is to push these fuckers out of the way so our real friends can come back. That's what I want. You, as far as you wanting to play fucking soap opera on UFO Twitter, you all go do that over there. We're trying to create something different. Like we don't want to play fucking good guys, bad guys with Kimball and Panda and Shane. We just don't. Y'all can go do that. So I don't like him placing himself involved in speaking like for yeah, that's lame.
That we're all like ascending, right? And like,
I'm not a dude. I'm still canceled. Okay? I'm still canceled. Nobody's ascending. 1,500 followers? That's not ascending, dude. What are you talking about? That's where Gabe's heart is growth. Like I need to be a ufology celebrity, and I just can't fuck with those people. I don't want them around me. I don't associate with them. Where that's their drive is to grow a big Twitter account and get known in ufology. And he spoke like this since he got here, and it's always kind of made me think his motives and agenda was different
I'm
than
leaning
mine.
into,
A lot a
I'm
lot different than mine.
leaning into my character, at times because,
Wow.
it's fun for people. It's what
Oh my god, dude. I'm leaning into my character sometimes. It's fun for people. This isn't a character. I'm TeeJay Felony. This hasn't been. I haven't had fun in probably 2 years on UFO Twitter. Besides when I'm having, close conversations with my real friends, Rotary, KMF, the guys in the group chat, even, talking with Spooky. I have some real friends, and I do have fun having conversations with them, but it's got to be closed off from the UFO Twitter community. I don't have any fun with this shit. It wasn't fun when I got sextorted. It wasn't fun when I got honeypotted. It wasn't fun when she started to threaten my family when I exposed her. It wasn't fun when nobody believed me. It wasn't fun when people take my investigations and use it for their benefit and then call everything else I say made up. None of this is fun. It wasn't fun getting canceled for calling out a blatant space that was created to share illicit material and I got attacked for it. None of that shit was fun, Gabe. So it's an insult, bro. This shit you're saying, we can all just circle jerk and giggle together. It's fucking insulting to me. It really is.
gets people entertained.
And you've missed it. I'm not here to dance for anybody. If they're entertained by my videos and what I have to say, I love it. But I'm not here to dance for the fucking Keemstar method. Y'all need to go somewhere else with the Keemstar method.
But we should not be utilizing any member of this community, right? Especially one that
Yeah.
has certain issues that I'm not going to discuss because I think everyone knows already.
I just want the listeners to notice that for an hour and a half, I've been asking them to read the DM that proves their point that they're making.
Oh my god, just read it yourself, you idiot.
The false narratives about my friend Doomer, my good black friend Doomer, that Misanthrope is
But,
perpetuating. He did not buy the
but,
Solana accounts. He is not
but,
weaponizing Chase.
Dude, all the screenshots are right there. They talk about the scheme to monetize spaces. You're asking people to ignore reality. I don't know, man.
Just
yeah.
telling lies. He and his friends have been gang stalking Misanthropy for like a long time now. It's been going on like even before this shit that's happened with the screenshots or whatever.
Facts.
Yeah. Like, bruh, look.
And her
Yeah.
biggest crime was being in a TJ Felony space. That's all it was down
No,
to.
let's talk about how Kimball was in the nudes for nude space.
God, what? This guy is incapable of having a real conversation. That's another reason you don't engage people like Carlos. They're totally incapable of just coming in and talking about something. Where I am completely capable of it. I choose not to with these guys. They're not worthy of my time and respect. But Carlos can't. Non-cred used to do that a lot. It's just a bunch of there's no get the fuck
Yeah,
out of
that
here,
is a
dude.
point. Misanthrope said that there's pedophilia running rampant, and it's that space that Kimball was in.
I don't think she ever said there was PDF running rampant. She just said actually that happened. TeeJay isn't making that up. You guys are attacking the whistleblower who tried to blow the whistle on a space where they were sharing naked photos of children. So I don't know if anyone ever wants to apologize to me for this, but yeah.
You know what?
Crazy.
I think there are certain people in this community have a reputation, and they have a reputation for a reason. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But look, you know what I mean? Like certain people
Look,
that hang out in certain
but look.
spaces, have. But dude,
Can you? I think he's just a
Well,
gay
Offer it
man
away.
during
we all
Pride
want
Month
to tell
trying to
him
not be
about his story.
silenced.
Pretty
So
gang
now,
stalks and harasses.
so if you didn't catch it, I'm gonna go back a little bit.
Why is it so hard for you guys to
well,
read the screenshot of the
can I
allegation?
can I at least explain why I think it's fucked
It's
up?
right
Because
here.
like
But that's not what's happening. No one's weaponizing Chase. Like, that's the whole point. You guys are misrepresenting a
No,
screenshot.
y'all
That's
are
the whole
taking
point.
advantage.
You were
Mark.
weaponizing Chase. You've been doing it for a long time. You allow all that shit to take place in a group chat where he
I'm
like
pretty sure.
You guys are weapon. Oh, look who's back. Psych Ward Mike.
stalks and harasses people.
I'm pretty sure Chase does everything on his own. Nobody's weapon.
So Mike is let back into this. He's also being weaponized by Panda. So you got, a one weaponized lunatic giving his opinion on another weaponized lunatic. These two are the main ones, Mike and Chase, that seem to be used as a crash test dummy.
Weaponizing him.
I don't know why this guy's even allowed to be in here. Again, Gabe, it's just some of the more cowardly shit I've seen to engage with people that wanted you to die so they could go laugh in your mom's face. I don't see it as being, brave or rising above. It reeks of cowardice and lack of integrity. You're putting your growth over your own self-esteem, respect. Because guys like me are gonna be like, dude, I don't respect that fucking guy.
No, Mike, you know how this shit works. Like, as soon as Chase
Why
like
don't you let
disappeared for a
Chase in
week,
here
didn't he?
for himself to answer for these allegations and say,
I'll let
has
him
I'm not
up.
sure.
And what Panda wants is to pack the court right now. He wants to get all the minions in here so they can yell over and call J Just and Anthropy, dumb cunts and bitches, and turn it into a real Keemstar method space. You don't engage in it, and the frustrating thing about Gabe is me and all my friends, we're all on the same page with it, that we're not going to play their game. We're not going to dance for them. And Gabe is kind of swimming against us now. So that's why it's like, well, just go play with them then, dude.
On a platform with
have
him.
you
That's how I feel. I'm not saying that's how everyone feels. My opinions are my own. That's it.
ever been weaponized by Doomer, Chase? Have
The
you
thing
ever
is, look,
been?
I would bring Chase up, except that I just want him to not make any fucking anti-Semitic remarks. You know what I mean?
Why bring him up, dude? Why? What is he gonna add? It's so stupid. Mike, Panda. What are these guys gonna add to the conversation other than misinform, blatantly lie, and say horrific shit to women? Like what?
As long as and no
He
racist.
never does.
He never does. Oh my god. If they bring Chase up, I'm gonna fast forward to it. I don't let him talk on my channel.
Total fucking enough of his fucking gaslighting, narcissism, fucking bullshit, fucking gameplay, and go fuck yourself.
Oh shoot. Okay, but yeah, was there?
So Gabe trying to right now, Interstellar, what you need to understand is Gabe is trying to get you to play the Keemstar method now. He wants to get Chase up in there and watch you guys fight. He's giggling and loving it, bro. Who else giggles and stuff when people are getting torn apart in spaces? Oh, Panda? Well, I don't associate with people like that.
What I was gonna say about
It's
Chase is
disappointing.
we all know about Chase, right?
Yeah,
He
he's a
has serious
psycho.
issues. He's got
He's a psychotic who has threatened to fly across the country simply to unalive somebody, to whack them. And he built himself up in a space, gave his whole plan how he was going to do it, and for some reason everyone just acted like it was normal behavior, because on UFO Twitter these days, it is normal behavior to plot to go whack someone from UFO Twitter. Red Panda Koala and DoomCrew will even find a way to harness that insanity, which they have. They will openly talk about it.
you know what I mean? He needs help. It's fucked up that any one of us would take advantage of someone in such a vulnerable position. You know what I mean? It's like that's fucked up. He's a human.
It's like when Mike Disclosure gave you all our addresses and you were out there posting them.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything. Dude, he's such a bullshit artist. Like, moving the goalposts from one place to the other. Well, what about Mike Disclosure? Yeah, he's kind of a nut job. What about it?
They're
Little
free to do
asshole.
that. Or if you want, just DM me and I'll send it to you.
Wow.
Yeah, let
Wow,
us know
Red.
if we can play it, Misanthrope, because we don't want to do that.
You're so full of
We
crap.
don't want to do that on.
So that's where they went and watched the ambush in the Logan space, where they ambushed Misanthropy.
Wow, you guys are something else, man.
Well,
What are
something else
we?
But I can't react to because I haven't listened to
for
it yet.
saying the truth.
What are we?
But it'll be interesting to see what Panda's trying to downplay here, because Jay just reacted like it was really bad. Like, wow, what the fuck? And I'll put it up, and that's what Panda's defending and is saying that, like, wow, you guys are. I don't know. I guess that's his defense.
We Red. Why don't you tell us what we are, bro? Because what we are
You're
is.
presenting false narratives, man.
Let's.
You're either taking the bait or you're actively participating in the false
Are
narrative.
you just upset that we outflanked you? Like, are you just upset that, like, we blew up a little bit? Are you just upset at
It's
that?
so obnoxious, dude. Who blew up? Interstellar blew up, but that's about it. Like, it's annoying.
Is that is this
None of that means anything to me. None of it. I'd like to make a little money. Which reminds me, if you want to support, you can do it at buymeacoffee.com. Yeah, it'd be great if anyone
all
supported
lashing?
during this video. But if not, just like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. That's just as good. Please subscribe to the channel, though. I'm trying to grow my subscribers.
Out because you feel like you weren't part of it, dude. You were part of it, Red.
Yeah, I'm not gonna listen to that
But
again.
we
When she clearly didn't. That was just fucking dumb, wasn't it?
Notice that they have
You don't
nothing
want
to
That
to
was
talk
stand
about
on.
you accused.
Half have been asking them to read the DM that proves their point that they're making,
I'll read
that
it.
Misanthrope
I'll read it. They
misrepresented,
posted up.
and they are refusing to do it.
Red, what about that poster you put out when you accused her of like modifying
Refusing.
the
It, this is him trying to make everyone dance to his game, and it's like nobody has to read anything out loud. It's up there. Anyone can go look at it. And a thing like a screenshot is, it's better if people just go look at it themselves, because everyone's going to interpret things a little differently. So you would rather the audience just go read it and then have your own opinion. That's what these guys are afraid of, is people being able to form their own opinion. Panda likes to form opinions for his crew. He brainworms the Loot Crew, evil Loot Crew. It's
screenshot?
they can't think for themselves. We want people to think for themselves, and that's how these guys will get exposed, is when people finally start thinking for themselves and not for the growth of their Twitter account or whatever.
When she clearly didn't. That was just fucking dumb, wasn't it?
Notice that they have
You don't
nothing
want
to
that
to
was
talk
stand
about
on.
that,
wrong.
Red, do you?
Did
You don't want to talk about that
No,
That's
post.
another one.
that's his
Put that one in
that's
the
his
nest.
strategy all the time. Deflect and
That's what he
deflect?
defend.
does, yeah. He just like throws out all these false accusations, but he won't
It's
address
okay.
anything.
We let
Well,
them.
Anything.
what about Mike Disclosure? Like, what kind of argument is that, dude? What about him? That guy, the co-host for Disclosure Tonight? What the fuck does that have to do with anything that we're talking about?
That he does.
Anyways,
No, I
Red.
put that one in the nest, and Estella. It shows just how deceptive.
See it. Uh, Misanthrope on 6/17/2026. She put money sign MAGA plus UFO X equals, and I'm gonna read them all.
The irony is, Gabe,
That's
that
not
you
the
just had
post.
them in your
Gabe,
space.
that's
You
not
just
the
had the
post.
MAGA
Yeah,
people in your
that's not
space.
the
Right?
post.
Okay, but closure list. And Mav says, "I'll be late. Told them you are the group to ask questions." And then Smitty says,
They're discussing this gatekeeper aspect that I talked about in my last video. How they control who gets to come up and ask questions in these spaces. They did it with the MAGA space. People seem to be a little annoyed with that because it proves everything I've talked about. The gatekeeper aspect. That's how they control who grows and who doesn't on UFO Twitter, is things like this. Different motives, like different tactics like this.
Mav, is Gates getting a pre list of questions? Oh, yes, Mav. at 2 p.m.
It's
Just
true,
one.
Misanthrope. Kimball was actually in it, and you're palling around with him.
Concerns that were expressed to me.
So I guess they're claiming the now the Misanthropy is friends with Kimball. I don't know. She must have went in one of her spaces. Misanthropy will go in anyone's space. She goes in Logan's space. It's like, oh, I wonder what they're talking about in here. She's a normal person. She's not a UFO Twitter nut. So she doesn't like know all the stupid rules that people live by, and she'll go look see what anyone's talking about. And apparently she went and talked to, maybe was talking to Kimball, and, you know, she probably went and asked him, like, what's up with this space? Because that's what an adult does. I never got an answer from him, and honestly, I don't want an answer. I blocked him. He was begging me to do spaces with him. I don't want to fucking associate with these people. Anybody in that space, definitely. Ricky, Somber, and Kimball. Yeah, I never want to associate with y'all again, so you might as well not even ask.
Me, you would have felt and probably done the same thing that I did. Had nothing against Doomer. I was actually more concerned
So
about.
this is Mrs. Anthropy. She finally got in. I wanted to catch this part though.
All the time, deflect and
That's what he
defend.
does. Yeah, he just like throws out all these false accusations, but he won't
It's
address
okay. We love you
anything that he does.
anyway.
No, I put that one in the nest, and Estella. It shows just how deceptive and manipulative Misanthrope is. With
No, it
false
shows how
narratives.
deceptive and manipulative you are by
Well, then put it
accusing
up in the
her
nest, and
of
Estella, and
modifying a
let
screenshot,
people
which she fucking didn't. She got
and let
sent that.
people decide for themselves. Put it up in the
I'll
nest.
fucking read it. I just found it.
I got no time for your games anymore. I'm like totally.
He like demands they do things because they control the show in their spaces. So me and my friends make a point to not let him do that in our spaces. Well, most people won't even let him up, but Gabe here is just letting him, you know, push everyone around.
Fucking done with you, to be honest.
Here it is.
Oh, but you're down to draw all this shade up, but when asked for evidence, you don't want to show
All
it.
right,
Okay.
here. I'm about to read it.
Because you just had them in your space, Gabe, because you're actually a perpetrator.
Okay, then send me put the right post on the nest and I'll read it.
He's not a
Because
perpetrator.
meantime,
To be honest.
Panda Gabe is not part of this. He's not part of this plan. He's just kind of lingering on the edge of it, and when it benefits him, he's jumping aboard, but he's not part of it.
Gabe, like I don't want to play this guy's fucking game.
They know, Gabe. They know.
Okay, here.
Look, Panda's trying to turn you right now, bro. Go hang out with Panda. He wants to be friends.
Oh, they know.
I'm just gonna read the screenshot she put up with MAGA plus UFO X. Fuck around with Gates, man. Do you know by any chance? Okay, and then Maps responds. See, man.
Talk about how Kimball was in the nudes for nudes.
Oh, look at this guy now with another creepy fucking sock account. Look at it.
So he jumped up on another sock account. Look at this dude, another fucking sock account.
Cheerio.
Yeah. Look, just have one, Carlos. You can't have like 5 different sock accounts.
That is true.
This space has kind of made me feel a little better. Sometimes I have a bad showing in a space where I either come off whiny or if I lose my temper's the worst. I hate it when I lose my cool. And I just leave at that point, and I feel like a bitch. Like, man, I really. And watching these guys, like Carlos, desperately trying to break through on a sock, Chase down there, like begging to be let up, and no one wants him there besides Panda. It makes me feel a little better about my experience in these spaces because I don't go in them very often, but I have to be interested in either what's being discussed or I'm trying to support my friends.
Misanthrope. Kimball was actually in it, and you're palling around with him.
Okay, so we're gonna give Misanthropy the stage now. She's just come up to speak.
Yep.
Go ahead,
The gang
Misanthropy.
stalked me more.
No interruptions, or we will be dropped.
Yeah, she's actually absolutely been gang stalked by y'all.
Yeah,
I'm
just
getting gang
mute
stalked at
everyone.
Misanthrope live in the space.
Mute anyone you need to mute.
See, Panda thinks it's a game. Everything's a joke and a game. And it's going to be different for these women in the community, for one, to have guys chasing them around calling them dumb fucking bitches. That's gang stalking, dude. Like, what are you... this is another situation where I don't understand your stance. Like, you have no ground to stand on. There's so many clips and examples of you guys being awful to this woman. and you act like it's all just like floated away in the ether or some shit. It all comes it like I don't know what else to say. It, they think people are stupid or they can just convince them in their little echo chamber, which a lot of times they can.
Go ahead, Miss Anthro.
Here's
Oh, Red.
misanthropy.
Well, let me put it to you this way. If the roles were reversed and you had someone come to you and express the concerns that were expressed to me, you would have felt and probably done the same thing that I did. Had nothing against Doomer. I was actually more concerned about Chase. And I know Chase hates me. I know he does, and that's okay. Um,
Hates her because she comes in my spaces and watches my videos.
but like, you start watching things and you start watching how things are playing out. And I kind of came up against, especially with Daz, pretending to be Chase's friend and seeing these screenshots and going, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Is that really a friend? I don't know if that's really a friend. So,
So what happened is Misanthropy was able to glimpse behind the veil, and it's grimy when you start to see what these people are really about. I actually remember talking to her when she first kind of met her in the community, and just being like, just give it time. Like, just keep your eyes open, your ears open, and you're smart enough, you'll see it. And the smart ones do. But the ones that are able to willing to turn a blind eye to things like illicit material trade, schemes, monetization, rug pulls, domain squatting, which is another thing Doomer's involved with this whole scheme. People are willing to just overlook that or ignore it or pretend like they don't know about it in order to grow their Twitter account because they don't want to make waves. Once you get labeled, that you're well, I think they even say it in one of the screens when they're trying to use Chase to weed people out. They use some weird word that I've never heard. I'll highlight it. You're labeled like a dissenter or even an enemy of disclosure is what some, but yeah.
instead of sitting on them, in a community where people demand transparency from the government, if we can't expect that from each other, that's a problem. If we can't expect, if lists are being made, if names are being added or crossed off or whatever it is, no matter how open it seems to be, to me, that is kind of an underhanded, gatekeepy kind of thing to do.
They're talking about all the domain squatting, the list that they made, Mav made for the website that I was on at one time. Then they booted me off because I told them I don't want to be part of their crypto scheme. These guys they're trying to build this monetization system, and they stole all of our aliases, all of our domain names to make these soul accounts. And none of us asked them to do this. They just took it upon themselves to start generating this scheme. And yeah, it's bullshit. And we think it's important to warn people that something is definitely going on here. And it's awesome to have more than just me out here because during the Rogers coin scam, it was just kind of me. I was the only one being vocal, and obviously I'm gonna have more allies this time around, which is a good thing.
And no one went after Doomer. Doomer, I don't know if you remember, but you doxed Osnap trying to say that his name was Jason. And a lot of people saw that post. Made me cringe when I saw it. So I'm sure that part of you getting your temp ban or whatever it was just due to the fact that you crashed out and were trying to dox somebody.
Dude, what the fuck? They accused Interstellar, and he doxed. And I'm gonna say it again. I'm like probably 98% sure. Osap. There was a guy named Osap Rocky. Okay, and that was Jason that they're going by. Osnap is a different account. So I'm pretty sure they doxed the wrong person. And yeah, it's fucking lame, and it's what these guys do.
And I kind of thought
narcissistic rage.
Yeah, I kind of thought that was something everyone here agreed was a bad thing.
No, the doxing, it's okay as long as it happens to the right people. If it happens to Panda or one of her friends, they're gonna cry about it for months. But if it happens to me or anybody in my friend circle, it's laughed at. Panda will even laugh about it, even though we all kind of tried to back him when it happened to him. But he'll laugh at you.
Like, we shouldn't be doxing people's names.
So that's not true. This group specifically, they're totally okay with doxing. They just don't get caught. That's the rule. Is do it from a sock. When I was doxed, it was allegedly Psych Ward Mike's wife Dahlia on a sock. They've co-hosted spaces together on the same account. It was called Cryptid something, and yeah.
Shouldn't
So that's why they have the sock armies.
be doxing people's at whether you
insulates them from the blame, from the blowback of things like doxing and harassment.
think he did anything or not. The reaction has been crazy. And Red, you have since I came to this community, since I've been interacting with you, you have gone out of your way to say snide, hateful things. And even before all of this, I had never had a negative interaction with you, so I'm not really sure what made you decide that would be the thing. That you didn't like me, and that you were.
Well, it's because you were supportive of me and my channel. I mean, I think Misanthropy knows that. Because I warned her. As if people see you talking to me, if they see you joining my live chat and checking out what I'm covering on my channel, it makes you a target. I'm careful to warn everybody, but that's why Panda targeted her. It started in my live chat where he was telling her the "I'm ashamed of you." He comes in there to creep around, but any female in there he badgers and says weird shit to. And he told her and then he blocked her at one time then. Just for being in my live chat. That was all she did. She was just like, "What? What are you saying, dude? Like, who are you?" And he blocked her and then unblocked her when I clowned him. Like, you blocking everyone from my live chat? And then he blocked her a second time when she confronted him here after this. And it's just it's a intelligent, mature woman just telling you how it is, which is a very scary thing to a lot of these incels.
Gonna make it hard for me here no matter what.
I love it.
And what's really unfortunate is that there's a lot of really intelligent, compassionate, giving kind of people that float around the periphery of this community that I've had the good fortune to interact with. And a lot of them don't interact, or they keep it really low key because they are so terrified that whatever they say is going to be weaponized against them, that it's going to be turned against them. I find death threats repulsive no matter who they're aimed at. I find, people like Carlos that want to just like tear people down constantly. I find that repulsive. I find
I absolutely agree.
weaponizing people repulsive. I find going out of your way to drag people every space you pop into, Red. Every space I have not said one thing to you, not posted about you, not tagged you in anything. And you've made it your mission to.
And I'll explain this. They're very threatened by me. They're terrified that I'm gonna get some traction and momentum. And when I have bigger accounts and other people from the community like Interstellar, J Just, Misanthropy that are starting to be a little supportive of me, be like, "Whoa, maybe we should hear TeeJay out." I've known him for a year now, and he's never done anything weird I've seen, never said anything crazy and I've seen. Um, and it scares the shit out of them. So what they're trying to do here is do a preemptive strike on your credibility. That way, down the road, if you are supportive of my channel or we collaborate, whatever, um, they your credibility will already be in the shit and ruined. That's the plan here. That's what Red Panda Koala was thinking when he tried this. The problem is it doesn't work on women like Misanthropy. It's almost like they're the kryptonite to these guys. It's interesting to watch. It really is. Jay just really flusters them too. And it's because she doesn't really need their acceptance. And all these other girls, that's how they manipulate them, is by, if you want to be part of the group, if you want to be involved in all these all-night goofy spaces, you know. And these women don't need that. They have their own lives and stuff. They're successful. Those are the ones that get run off usually. This is just kind of a side thing.
Disparage me and talk shit about me pretty much persistently since I posted to Daz.
Since you misrepresented those screenshots, I corrected
No,
the
I didn't
record.
misrepresent anything. I simply posed the question, schemes, how would you monetize spaces?
That was the post. How would you monetize spaces? It's a direct quote from their screenshot. Monetizing Twitter spaces. And then we talked about it. Like that you waged war on her over that? You guys are nefarious. Like there's no way around it. Y'all are trying to suppress information. You're trying to run anybody out who doesn't follow your fucking dance. There's no other way to put it.
And what's
And then you
really
said, I think you was breaking the TOS. But also, in the spirit of
but yeah,
transparency, who
but it
shared you
is,
those DMs?
Oh my god.
it is if you look at the terms of service for Twitter, there are things that you really shouldn't do that can get you banned off the platform,
Right.
like trying to
Yep.
monetize the spaces out from under X.
Right. He's breaking the rules. Like, this is stuff that happens all the time with their crew, is where they're getting their accounts locked or banned, and they're legit just breaking the rules. They're getting caught, and somehow they turn it into a W to weaponize. I've been accused of hacking like 4 or 5 accounts from these lunatics. They do it. They were trying to accuse Interstellar of taking down Doomer's account, and they're blatantly breaking the rules, running around bragging about breaking the rules, and then they are like shocked when their accounts go down. They know it's just the Darvo method, reverse everything. But Panda is determined to get this the rat. There's a rat that's leaking the group chats, and he wants that rat bad, and it's interesting.
So if you're trying to build a
Yep.
community and keep
But no
people
one did that, Miss Anthrope. That's the
and
thing. You're creating a
well,
false narrative
I
here.
didn't create a false narrative.
Create. How did we create the screenshots, you idiot? Are you saying they're fabricated? What again? I don't understand his argument. I just don't.
I got the screenshots and posed the question. It looked the way it looked because the screenshots speak for themselves, and that was all
Right.
Miss
something
Anthrope,
you
in the
get.
spirit of transparency, who
I'm
shared those
talking,
with
Red.
you?
You've talked enough, Red. You've talked
Oh,
Who
enough.
shared those?
misanthropy. He starts pressured her for the rat. They even call it the rat. Um, Fringe, a former cop involved with the DoomCrew, she's even calls it. Well, there's a rat. So they're desperate to find this leak because they're gonna have to either close this group chat. They can't scheme in there until they plug the leak. And Panda, it's eating him up. He wants that leak. He needs that leak filled. Cause he's probably worrying about other group chats now. Like, are all my group chats infiltrated? You'll just have to wait and see, Pandy.
With you, Miss
I
Anthrope, since you're
haven't.
all about
I
transparency.
am not gonna out that person.
Oh,
I'm
you're
not.
not gonna say,
No.
right? So now, no transparency now, right?
You're gonna let her go, and then you can go. Go ahead.
Um, I think he's co-hosting right at this point. He should have never been co-hosting. And there's nothing wrong with not exposing this whistleblower. That's what this is. This is a real legit whistleblower that's trying to blow the whistle on these rug pull and monetization crypto schemes. And Panda's trying to out them. That way they can unleash Chase. and go run them off the app. Make it go away. Make the problem disappear. Organized takedowns.
Mrs. Anthrop, I apologize.
No, I'm not. See, I'm not going to dox that person because that person came to me in confidence.
All right, I'm back, dude. A hooker knocking on my door, and I answer, and I'm like, dude, you got the wrong door. I could tell right away because I'm surrounded by him. I'm living in a extended stay motel, and she started going down the line, banging on every door, and her pimp is down in the parking lot watching, like, go to that one. It's just grimy. She banged twice, and I'm like, I don't know. How would I know who you're looking for? She was asking like a name I couldn't really understand.
Slandering everyone.
I'm not going to dox that they saw in that group. They wanted to run as far away from all of it as possible and
So
not
no
be involved.
transparency here, right? When you're slandering everyone.
I'm not going to dox.
You're slandering everyone by showing the leak screenshots. That's slander to Panda. The guy who spread, that Lou Elizondo was having a gay sex orgy and everything else, trying to create what?
Somebody.
These guys
No.
are just laughable. The hypocrisy is one of the most frustrating things to deal with that comes from this specific group.
It's not doxing to say who.
It
And also, they
is.
lied
It
to you
is
because
doxing. I
I
am not doxing anyone.
Don't let Red back up until she's
Nope.
finished.
I'm not going to dox anyone. That's not my, no, I'm not going to do that.
I put the full screenshot, and that language was from your friend TeeJay, the monetized spaces. So like they lied to you.
No one lied
That's
to
a
me.
false
Right now.
narrative. No one was
You gotta
monetizing spaces. They were
understand.
Red,
making
a
You
fun of
have
false
your
to
friend
narrative is a
understand.
huge.
It says in the screenshot, our scheme to monetize Twitter Spaces. So I don't know what the fuck this guy thinks he can, again, just rewrite history and call everyone stupid.
Bit
Red,
of manipulating the screenshot.
I do my own investigating.
Oh,
I've looked
yeah, to think that Misanthropy would rely on my, research, dude, she's 50 times more intelligent than I am. This is a college educated, successful woman. You think she would that's why she got where she is, by not taking people like me's word for it. Like, that's almost an insult to think that I would be manipulating Misanthropy. She's far too intelligent for that type of shit. It's them not understanding people. It's one of Panda's weaknesses, is he can't really relate. He's socially unaware. These women that I've become friends with, V, dude, there's no manipulating them. They're too powerful and intelligent. Like, they're their own force. You don't even attempt. That's why you guys can't really make friends with intelligent women, is because you try to manipulate them like you do Ocean or Heather Turdy, and it just doesn't work. And that's why Money Penny left. Like,
at things on my own. I've looked at the Solana coin. I've investigated that wallet. There's still something shady going on with that wallet. There's still domain names being purchased. Dabs was purchased the other day. Daz. Mavs was purchased the other day. Mine was purchased the other day. So, there's something going on in
so this domain squatting that Doomer is doing, they purchased Misanthropy's alias now.
an undercurrent in this community where things are
Dude,
moving around.
They fucked up because she can even go and analyze the wallets and stuff. Where I got sent a lot of that shit when Somber was trying to get Crash Test Dummy me with it, and I didn't even understand what the fuck I was looking at. Like, I was like, what is this shit? She could go and look into it, see when it was created, everything. So yeah, they screwed up with this one. Might as well just shit pile the whole scheme, but they won't. They'll try to drive it through.
And people are
That's why Panda's doing all this damage control, is because they're gonna go ahead and try to push it through.
doing things in secret that paints a really ugly picture. Now, I don't want to have beef with
You
anybody.
and the spreading of the
No,
DMs, right? No
Red,
transparency there.
Red, you have talked.
Red, you've talked a
Okay.
lot, so we're gonna let
He's removed from the space.
Mrs.
He's a
Anthrop.
liar.
Go ahead.
He's removed from the space. He's a liar. If Interstellar wouldn't have stepped in and did that. Panda would have let her run all over, or Gabe would have let Panda run all over. He wasn't gonna do anything. That's frustrating.
And Mrs. Anthrop, apologize. Go ahead.
So my thing is I want to see everybody be good to each other. And Doomer, I like you, Doomer. I think me and you have always gotten along, and we've always seen things, I think, at least some things, not everything, but some things eye to eye. But I guess where my concern is like, it just seemed ironic to me in a field where people talk about gatekeeping and you know,
There's a magic word.
Being exclusionary, the whole thing just seemed really exclusionary to me, and the concerns that were expressed to me, I felt were valid. And Daz, I liked you too, Daz, but the pattern I saw with Daz is that he will inflame a situation, needle somebody, cry victim, inflame a situation, needle somebody, cry victim, and there's like this cycle that goes with him. And as far as Chase goes, like, if he's your friend, why are you hanging out with a group of people that are like, well, I didn't block him, but I'm just gonna mute him. I kind of soft blocked him, but we'll just let him go and give him rope and let him do whatever he's gonna do. Like, I get it, okay? I mean, Chase is Chase, but is that
No, that's not an excuse. This idea that Chase is Chase, there's gotta be a non-negotiable.
For real. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna fucking tweak out on every possible scenario until you walk across my path. Alright? So dude, I'm not a gazelle, bro. I'm not like caught in the fucking woods. Alright? I'm gonna do my thing and it's gonna be fucking ugly.
This is one thing I want to talk about was this idea that you have to have a line where if somebody crosses this line, they might as well just stay away from me for forever. We're never gonna go back. And there's certain things, beating up girls, crimes against children, these crazy threats that Chase has made, the things they've said, UAP Mike saying it was hilarious my dad had just passed away. There's certain lines where it's like a non-negotiable. Like you cannot just overlook and repair the relationship. And I think a lot of it is being a man is like you have to know where your line is. And it's not Chase just being Chase. These guys are fucking horrible, and nobody should really be engaging with them after the things they've done on the here on this app.
really what we want to be doing with people that are obviously probably not in a great place? I just don't know. I don't know. The whole thing, like I said, I've done my own legwork. None of this had anything to do with TeeJay, ironically, which is so funny because it had nothing to do with him.
My only involvement was noticing these screenshots, realizing it validated my story and the domains that I was given, and connecting that. I made a video about it, saying, this goes with this.
And more what was said to me in confidence, and more what was brought to me and the things that were shared with me that made me really concerned, because I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I don't want to see anybody not be able to participate to a level that they'd like to participate here, either because they're not on the list, or they're not in the in crowd, or they're not whatever. So yeah, it was not my intention to, like, blow shit up. But then the other part is like, you can't be somebody in private and be somebody totally different publicly. Like, own your shit.
Own your shit, you bunch of pansies.
If you want to exclude people, tell them that. It's okay. Like, most people will go, okay, we'll do our own.
Right, like I'm saying right now, like I don't want to coexist with these people. That's not my aim anymore. I'm too good for these people. Misanthropy's too good for these people. Interstellar and J Just are too good for these people. They bring us down to their level, and you guys, it's wasted energy.
Own thing, and that's cool. So, that's where I'm at with it. Like, Red, for whatever reason, Red has never liked me. I really wanted to like Red. I really wanted to, have a relationship with Red, but there's something going on with him. Just my observations the last 6 months, he seems like he's gotten more aggressive. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. I
Well,
can't.
it's they've pulled the culture down into the mud, and it's they've normalized things like the hostile threats, calling somebody a dumb fucking bitch. These were things that wouldn't have been tolerated when I first joined the community. The only people doing things like this were UFO Shane, you know, calling girls dumb fucking cunts and screaming and stuff. Shane was the only one doing it, and he was kind of an outcast for it. That was kind of his whole shtick. Is he's the lunatic of the community, and now we have dozens of them, and that's because they normalized that type of behavior. And we all did well, not me, but y'all by ignoring it, laughing at it, joining the spaces, participating in the organized takedowns, all that shit.
Can't guess to know, but yeah, I mean, I have no ill will towards anybody, and I want to see everybody be successful and like make the most of it.
Well, they have ill will towards you, and I'm not even trying to be a dick. That's something that people need to understand. These guys, they want bad things to happen to us. I mean, they'll say it when they're alone. All you gotta do is go listen to the space they did about Gabe.
Themselves here. There's a lot of unfulfilled potential, and I still think that. I still think that. So, I'll land there. Again, my DMs are open. If anybody wants to talk to me, they're free to talk to me. But
As are mine. My DMs have always been open too, but these people don't want to talk. They don't want to resolve any of this stuff. They want to keep it going. That's the Keemstar method. The only problem is they're starting to run into people that are formidable and causing issues.
I'm not going to drag people publicly. I'm not going to tag people and have these war posts back and forth because that's just not
I will.
not how I get down.
I have to get in the mud though because I have to defend my honor as a man.
So yeah.
Thank you, Miss A. Doomer's up on the stage. You had your hand up, Doomer. Go ahead, man. You've been uninterrupted as well.
We got Doomer gonna have a chance to talk.
You give Miss A that respect. So
thank you, Interstellar. I'd like to specifically address things that Mrs. Anthropy brought up. I want to at least try to answer a few of your questions. I want to cover Chase. I want to cover and
he named the guy again.
The screenshots that we're looking at.
Wait there, no, there's no doxing in this space, Doomer. Don't do that fucking shit.
So Jason is in a public space. A public.
He keeps saying doxing the guy. That guy isn't. His name ain't out. I probably shouldn't even be saying it. But what I'm trying to let you all know is that it's not. It's most likely not even the same person. He's got the wrong name. They're confusing Osap Rocky with Snap. Those are different accounts.
Space means you're online and it's public.
Idiots. How am I the one?
We're not tolerating.
How am I the one that always catches this shit, but these highly educated word salad experts miss it?
Doxing in this space.
Oh, they booted him.
Just
Interstellar
bullshit.
booted him.
That's exactly the type of bullshit that these people follow.
I'm pretty sure that's not his name either. But
But if it is, yeah, we don't know if it's his name.
But but why? Why do you? He wasn't public though. That's the whole thing. So
I'm pretty sure that's not his name. They're thinking of somebody totally different.
If I share my name in a private DM with someone, you would expect that confidence to be maintained and for someone to not go and post it all over the internet. Because I'm sure you didn't have permission from him to do that, Doomer, whether that's his name or not, and that's just not okay. I think we all have to agree,
nope.
Posting people's names, their
Panda likes it.
Addresses, their place of business, that kind of stuff should be rejected.
What about your family's church? Because they use that tactic on me 2 or 3 times, letting me know they know where my family goes to church.
I feel like we should all reject that, and anybody that participates in that should be an automatic no, we're not doing that. Because the problem is when you have people that are mentally unstable, like there's a lot of mentally unstable people in this community, and you gas them up, you don't know what they're capable of. right?
Exactly. Just like the Christopher Gray situation, these things go bad. And honestly, I think Panda wants something to go bad. He wants something to pop off. That way he can harvest the drama. That's the ultimate Keemstar method.
You have no
And
idea.
Keemstar's actually used that. The people have unalived themselves and accredited it to Keemstar and harassment, and he cashed in on it. So that's part of the Keemstar method too.
When you wind someone up and you aim them at someone, what the outcome may be. And it could be really heavy and it could be really tragic. So I would just encourage everybody to remember that, you know, when you're interacting here, it's real easy to get wrapped up in the emotion and like, you know, cuss at people and scream at people and do that whole thing. But there is a real human being on the other end of your device that you're conversing with. And you could
Dude,
be
I feel so bad that Misanthropy got targeted through all this shit just for being in proximity to me. It makes me feel awful.
the one that pushes them into an even more tragic situation. So I hope people would think about that. Like people like to laugh and make light of it. No, it's just the internet. Da, 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 da. Yeah, but being someone that's worked in healthcare and seen the ramifications, especially the last 10 years on kids and the internet and the bullying that comes with the internet, it has transcended.
She's a medical professional. That's why these guys acting like they can outsmart her is ridiculous.
To adults. It's no different. The psychology is no different. And I have seen kids kill themselves over this kind of stuff. I've seen adults attempt suicide over this kind of stuff. So I just look at this all with the concern that, like, there's real people on the other end of the device, and there's
I've been
real
saying this for so long that this is going to go really bad if somebody doesn't come in here and pump the brakes.
people absorbing the things that you're saying to them.
And
And you may feel
I want to take the time to say something. My goals are always to expose and warn people of the community about what these guys are doing, all the way down to the female account that I've had issues with on Twitter. It's never to bully or harass anyone, and it's something that I even worry about. I don't want anyone to hurt themselves or over one of my dumb videos. But there's another level to it where I feel obligated in especially in that situation to at least warn people and put the flag out there though so they can avoid it, because this is a person that floated around the community and was using the same D-pick scheme on several men, and it's to collect leverage and blackmail material for Panda and his server. And it's something that I feel is important, even especially as a man, to warn people, don't be sending these girls D-pics because that's the scheme. And that's one of the reasons I am outspoken about that situation. It's not to bully or shame anyone, even though I think it could come off that way sometimes. And it's just a tough situation for me, but the motives are always to warn people so other guys don't stumble into that trap, because it's a horrible place to be put in. And there are guys in the community right now that she has that leverage on. I've talked to them, and they're terrified. They ask me, like, do you think she's going to ever share them? Like, this girl is a extortion artist, guys. Like, but yeah, let's keep
feel
going.
fine. You may go, oh, well, that's cool. That person shot themselves or hung themselves or blew their brains out. And you may be able to lay your head down on a pillow at night and sleep and be cool with yourself, but I can't.
I
And I
can't.
won't.
I wouldn't be able to either. Even if it was someone that I had, like someone that's given me really hard times, like Carlos or Chase or any of them, dude, it would bother me for the rest of my life. And that's the divide between us and them. That's why guys like Mike can have a space making jokes about how we want you to die during surgery so we can go clown your mom over it. And we cringe at that stuff. I think you have a gathering of narcissists over here for one. Chase, Mike, Panda. They don't feel empathy. They don't realize that it's an actual human dealing with this. Even the way Panda was talking about Jonathan Seamus earlier, I noticed. super cold, called him a psychotic. Seamus is a really great guy. He's just got some issues. He's just got some mental health issues. But he's a really good dude. So, and that's another one they've used, tried to weaponize and use.
So if I think that something shady is happening, if I think that there's a potential for people to be hurt, I am going to speak up and use my voice and say something. And if people
Right, that's what I was saying. If I think there's someone else that might come along and fall in that trap, whether it's the extortion plots or the crypto scams, I feel a little obligated to warn people. And I don't know where that comes from. It might be like a little bit of crusaderism, like I feel like a hero, but I've always had that drive, and I've actually put it to use for, good uses in the past. So it's something that seems to, when I get the urge to expose something or confront an organization or a group of people that have done things in the past or are currently actively doing it, usually it goes positively. On my end, it probably went bad for these guys in prison, but
want to hate me for that, they can go right ahead.
And look, I want to hear Doomer Daddy's point of view,
why?
but Doomer, please just respect the fact that we're not trying to dox people anymore. I've done it. I've apologized for it. I'm very sorry.
I just want to reiterate, doxing really wasn't a thing on UFO Twitter until Gabe hit the scene and him and Panda started doxing everyone. Mike Disclosure doxed Panda, and then we all got doxed. So Panda and Gabe kicked off the doxing era on UFO Twitter. So to just be like, I apologize, blah, 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 it's kind of an insult because a lot of us, there were repercussions from all that. It caused rifts in my friend circle that still haven't fully healed. Darren left the group for a while because he didn't want to be connected to it. It caused a lot of problems, and it pisses me off to hear someone talk about it so willy nilly.
It was a mistake. And so I understand people could make mistakes, What was the grossest thing that I saw in those texts was the idea to utilize, like the word utilize was just like, whoa. That's when I was like, whoa, people are going to treat people that way. That's fucked up. Like, that's
That's
not a
when
cool.
you realized it wasn't when they were laughing about your brain surgery. It was that. Come on, man.
Uh, I wish Chase would know that like we all love him and care about him and we want him to.
No. Stop, dude. Again, we all. You don't speak for us. I do not love and care about Chase. I don't want anything bad to happen to him because I'm not a sadist. But I don't love and care about him at all. Zero love or compassion or care for Chase. So once again, this guy does not represent me or my friends. He doesn't. He's his own person with his own opinions. I don't know who he associates with, what his friend circle is. It's fine if Interstellar and J Justin, everyone wants to still be friends with Gabe. It's fine. There's no drama. There's no beef. There's no issue. It's just I don't participate in what's happening with all this. And yeah.
We want him to be in a good spot because
it annoys me when he keeps saying we, like he's speaking for the opposition to the gatekeeper Tupa crew, because he's not. He's just an individual.
had conversations with Chase before because I got to be honest, I've seen a transformation from Chase in the last like year. I would say 6 to 8 months. Where
Dude, he's been way worse in the last year. What are you talking about? The last year was when he started threatening openly to hurt people. I can't listen to this.
I saw it all happening and I kind of stayed away from it because I was like, oh, I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Genuinely a completely different person, and that makes me sad. So that's all I want to say.
Oh, I guess he was saying he went down the shitter. Yeah, me and Chase used to be cool, but he was the same person then. He kept threatening people in my spaces, and that's when I cut off communication with him. I didn't want to be friends with a guy you can't have in your space without him threatening people.
And I just want to make it really clear too, like, I don't think the Solana wallet, I don't know who owns that. I don't know if that's connected to Doomer at all. When that Rogers coin shit went down.
It is. Doomer took responsibility for it. He said he either had access to it or that it was his.
I saw it all happening and I kind of stayed away from it because I was like, oh, I don't want to know. I really don't want to know. I tried not to know because I didn't want to see people fucking get ripped off. That's not fun for me. I don't like to.
Yeah, the Rogers coin shit, they swatted me. It was when I was trying to expose the first crypto rug pull on the community. It's called the Rogers coin scam.
To people, especially right now, because we're all
same group. Tupacabra, Fred, Rogers, Logan, Panda, all the same people.
All in the middle of financial hardship, most of us living in this world. So like that was bad. So I just want to make clear that we don't know. I don't know who owns that wallet. Short a person coming forward and saying, yeah, I'm the one buying.
I would guess Fred Rogers is who it would probably go back to, which he might have used his real name on it, which would be interesting. It might be a way to get his real name.
People's domain names, and what the purpose is of that. Like, we can't know that for sure. Thing they've told people publicly is bullshit. So just my overarching
everything they've told people publicly is bullshit.
Motivation is just concern for people. Like, this is such an easy place for things to get weaponized, right? Such an easy place. So that's why my 2 rules from an elder millennial are: don't take pictures of your genitals and share them on the internet.
Oh my god, she even hit the D-pic one. You read my mind.
And don't give people your money. Though if you can live by those 2 things, you can navigate the interwebs pretty safely.
That one girl would barrage me with pictures and videos and dude, she's doing everything you can imagine. And then she would use you have all this on me and I don't have anything on you. It makes me feel so they build it up and then it's like, well, you owe me now. That's one of the tactics they use. And these girls don't really care, their boobies or whatever. But a D-pic from a guy like me, you would have Red Panda and Mike spreading it everywhere and saying TJ's sending unsolicited D-pics. I would probably be accused of harassment. It's the fastest way to cancel a guy from an online community or job or whatever, and they specialize in it, specifically that one girl. And yeah, Misanthropy hits it on the head. Don't do it, guys. No matter what they say to you, don't do it.
But yeah, there's some shady shit.
It's why I don't have allies against her. It's because the other guys gave her D-pics, and so they don't want to talk about it. They'll talk in my DMs, but they won't talk publicly about it. And I, like Misanthropy, I'm not going to burn sources.
Going on. I would like to know who owns that Solana wallet. I would like to know why my handle, why Mav's handle, and why Daz's handle were just bought in the last week. I would like somebody.
Your handle was bought during the space that we were holding.
Yes.
At the same time as Doomer and Red were like trolling the space. So they went and they did that intentionally.
So they purchased her domain name to, domain squad on it while they were badgering him in a space just to kind of thumb their nose at him. Panda thinks it's a game. He doesn't take us seriously. It's just jokes to them, especially when the money keeps rolling in.
I mean, like, for Doomer to suggest that he was not behind that Solana thing, when I remember the spaces with Grider, when he was saying in the spaces that I can acquire these handles for you and transfer them back to you, and he's claiming that
you're involved. He was telling people he could get them back. We never got any of ours back, but he was telling people he was the good guy and he was going to go get some of them back. I don't know why he said that dumb shit, but then, the next day he's denying it. They're awful liars, but people just keep falling for it or just they don't care.
he knew who had them, but that's all bullshit. It's him. That wallet is linked to the Rogers rug. It's linked to all the Solana stuff, and it's still buying domains to this fucking day.
Fred Rogers owns it most likely.
So why should we tolerate all this fucking bullshit from them?
No, that wallet owns like 50 million something Rogers coins. That wallet that is still buying domains right now was the original wallet that was linked to that whole Rogers coin debacle. And who would do that? Why they'd spend the money on it?
So what she's implying is that they didn't spend money. They are using Rogers coin left over to fund the new scheme, buy the new domain names. Which I didn't even think of. It's ingenious. Think about, and that's why, because there's tons of these domain names that they're squatting on, and I was wondering how they financed it, and it was probably the remains of what was left in the Rogers rug in the creator, which is probably most likely Fred Rogers is who owns that account.
Maybe they didn't spend their money on it.
Right.
Search and go in with your eyes open so you know what you're getting into.
UFO Sarah, like UFO Sarah, like comes into spaces and she pretends to be all nice and all love and light and all kind and says like, "Hi everyone, hi, how are you doing?" But she's really like disingenuous behind the scenes.
Interstellar got it done like a UFO Sarah. That's interesting. Yeah, she is another one that's will come in all love and light and then turn a blind eye to some of the ugliest shit you could ever see. She's another one that's had me blocked for as long as I can remember. I've never really communicated with her. Never bad communication that I know of. She keeps me perma blocked. She's TubeCrew minion, but yeah, he says UFO Sarah's garbage.
UFO Sarah spread Red's lies about misanthropy. Like she participated in the fucking gang stalking of misanthropy, so she can't come in here and like pretend that she's like above the drama and stuff like that. When I know what she's like in these little groups that she's involved in, so
I wonder if she came in on Listener and Interstellar is like pointing her out and being like, "That's one of them." It's kind of funny to flip the tape.
Just want to get that out there.
A sin against mankind, but that's just me.
All right, now I'm about to wrap it up here. This is UFO Shane. I don't know why they even let this guy in here. He was involved in the first rug pull. He holds spaces like this. He's one that is really brought the bar down into the shitter, and he's an incel, raging incel. For some reason, hates women. His spaces are always angled about how women are untrustworthy and awful. He's a fucking idiot. I don't know why anyone would take his word. I'm not even gonna let him fucking give his spiel. What he says here is that they paid him to keep quiet about the Rogers coin rug pull.
See where you're coming from. I actually bought a car using Rogers coin.
There you go. That's why he seems to be. Oh, it was kind of a bad thing, but not really. It's because this asshole bought a car off it, so he's part of the scam. I'm not gonna let his voice play out. I'm not gonna listen to it. He just rambles about. It tries to tell everyone about the Rogers coin scam that they already knew.
And so because of that, you know, you shouldn't join those things.
Think some fucking weird things about people in this community because of some of the shit y'all do. I mean, if that's really what you want to do, I feel sorry for you because your life must be pretty career people. Someone kind that's way off base. Why would somebody put that on the internet? Idea show
the participating in a CP ring, and she's done this by presenting this picture of a child as CP, and the picture is not CP.
Oh my God, Carlos come up here and tried to confront them about the Nudes for Dudes space.
The child has a diaper on it, right? And
no, he had underwear around his ankles and his genitals were exposed. So this guy is trying to justify it. She's about to rip him apart. This is gonna be good.
Her little friend TeeJay tried to monetize off this picture.
Monetize?
On YouTube.
By trying to expose it. It'd be like, look what these guys are doing over here on UFO Twitter. It's trying to
without going.
Sorry, I don't know what happened. What's going on? I'm too high on shroomies.
Then you need to close this space. I want to hear Anthropy's response.
Carlos, show me where I accused you. Where did I accuse you? You are like obsessed, bud. You need to take a deep breath and a break from X. So I didn't accuse anybody, but I saw that space. I got to see that space in real time. So like this idea that it was innocent, no, it really wasn't. And like I've said before, I don't want to fucking go around and blast people by name. I don't do that. You do that.
It wasn't innocent. Like, what reason would you have for, even if it was a boy? Like, there was no diaper for one. He was in underwear, and they were down around his ankle, and his genitals were exposed, and he was bent over, and it was a photo of a random child exposed in a compromised position. And the space is called Nudes for Dudes. So what is it, a joke? What is it? Like, I don't understand. If it's a joke, y'all are fucking gross, and you still posted the picture. Like, I cannot believe somehow they try to weaponize them getting caught with their hand in the goofy jar. You know, like, and Anthropy saw you. She would have confronted you on her own without me.
So the people who were in that space know that they were in that space. Were they all participating in child porn? I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, because we didn't go in there. We saw what they're doing. We ain't going in there. We're not goofies. But there were 3 people in there, and it was Kimball, Somber, and Ricky Showtime.
Not a clue. Not a clue. So, you know, you need to like take a deep breath and get a fucking grip, bud. Because if you can't show me where I've made that accusation, I've never made that accusation, but what I did say is where I...
That's interesting because they're using the same accusation against her as they do me, that I call them this, I call them that. I never called anyone that. I say their behavior is starting to make me wonder about them. That's as the extent of it, and they take it and add the the cherry on tops, buzzwords and stuff. These guys are creeps, man. I don't know how else to put it. Like,
I could see why if someone tripped across that space and saw that image posted on the internet, it was not an innocent image, and where they might look at that and go, Jesus Christ, that's way off base. Why would somebody put that on the internet? A young child pulling their underwear down about to expose their genitals. Like, what would possess someone to put that on the internet? And what would possess someone to be in a space with people that would put that on the internet?
period. Fucking period. You guys are wrong, man. Cancel me over this shit? Because Kimball and Somber and Ricky were in a space looking at photos of naked kids? I get canceled over that?
That's all I said. People draw conclusions because of the kind of stuff you involve yourself in. Whose fault is that?
Right. If there's smoke, there's fire.
But no one has accused anyone. The only thing that I ever said about that is I got to see that space with my own eyes, and I thought it was fucked up when I saw it.
So she validated my story. That's why they attacked Miss Anthropy, because she dared validate my, what I saw, my investigation, my research. She validated it. And it comes with, an intelligent, well-spoken, and they got to nip that, man. That's a problem for them. They got to get rid of it.
And I could see where if someone rolled past that and saw that on their timeline, they would do a double take and be taken aback. Like, oh my God, why would you put that on the fucking internet, on X, especially?
UFO Twitter.
So again, the hate campaigning, I mean, if that's really...
And my aim was always to protect UFO Twitter. I don't want UFO Twitter to be known as a place where people freely look at photos of naked kids. It's not what I do, even though I act like an asshole sometimes. I do want the community to be happy. Like, I don't, and not be full of people looking at photos of naked kids. I don't want that existing in the open. And they were so comfortable with it, they did it in a space on Twitter. That's how comfortable they are with it.
What people in this community like if you really get off on listening to other people tear each other down, all I can say is that people hating me for whatever reason is like divine protection. because I don't want to have anything to do with you either. But this is, I'm going to address it now, and then I don't want to fucking talk about it again. So I hope nobody asks me about it. But I have a
After this video, they probably say some
life.
shit.
I have a career. I have things that fill my life that don't involve X. And you guys can get passionate and burn your energy on it and let it consume you and be everything for you and your whole identity. Oh my God. I mean, if that's really what you want to do, I feel sorry for you because your life must be pretty fucking small. So say what you want, talk the shit you want. To me,
Your Misanthropy became a target by Panda and Carlos and that crew because she stumbled across a space where they were sharing illicit photos and she spoke up. Period. Made her a target on UFO Twitter. Y'all can take that how you want, but that's what happened here.
The smart people in the room look at that behavior and they go, wow, that person's really fucked up.
Was you don't like to talk about that though because he's your little buddy and he likes to hate on Red just like you do. Yeah, I
Red's an
know that.
asshole, Carlos. And you know what, Carlos? I've never even interacted with you,
Yes,
so I
you
don't know
have,
why
bitch.
you're so fired up.
Yes,
I
so why don't
mean,
you talk about it? Why don't you talk about how Kimball was in that space to say?
again, you do it in public spaces on a public platform in front of other people. And then you wonder why people look at you sideways or make snide comments or draw conclusions, and you never turn around and look at your own behavior. No one ever does that. There's no self-reflection. So like, you know, again, I'm not addressing this again after this. If people really want to get off on that, like that's what cranks your gears, that's fantastic. Just stay away from me.
Right. It's
I
exactly
don't
what I
talk
said.
about you. I'm
Stay the fuck away.
not obsessed about Carlos. I'm not obsessed about Red. Like you people don't enter my mind like at all during the day because I'm living my life. And then I come online and I see like where everybody's been talking shit and dragging my name through the mud. Why? Because I expressed concern over the shady shit that was going on in the back channels.
Welcome to UFO Twitter.
So I tell you what, if you want if you want to spin your life like that, if you want to burn your energy like that, that's cool. But just stay the fuck away from me. Like you've painted yourself out. You've made the confession. So have fun with that. The smart people in the room, the people that have a IQ above room temperature, see that shit for what it is. Y'all have a good night.
Thanks. You have a good night too. And mic drop moment.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and end it right there. I wanted to catch the clip where she said, I don't. The reason TeeJay thinks these things about you guys is because you're always involved in the goofy, the weird, goofy shit you're involved in. That was one of my favorite quotes, but it must have been back. But yeah, we'll go ahead and end it at that. Guys, this is something that I don't know, man. It needs to come to a head and an end at some point. But I don't know how this ends without these guys being pushed out of the community, honestly, because they seem to only focus and benefit from causing the drama, where we're trying to build something that is peaceful and productive away from them, but it's getting barraged. And yeah, that's about it, man. It's a wild space. I got another space that I have ready to go, but I'm gonna do it in a next video, probably maybe later in the week. I'll probably work on it. It's them cannibalizing each other though. This time they're all attacking Or. So that'll be my next felony talk. People that do have been there for me and supported my channel: J Just, Interstellar, Misanthropy, Rotary, Darren, Carlos, all my friends, LP, Ray, Klaus, everyone that has been there for me and retweets my stuff and does listen and does have the balls to tell me to calm the fuck down when I'm spinning out. I love all you guys, and that's what keeps me on UFO Twitter. And I just want to say thank you to the people that, are willing to take these guys on, because it is daunting. And to a lot of the people that have stood by, I and watched a lot of it, I really don't blame you. And no ill will. All the people that have had me blocked for you know, 2-3 years since the Tupa crew convinced you, you know, 3 years ago. Now is a good time to go ahead and unblock me. You can always mute me if you want, but if not, don't unblock me. It's fine. But if I've never interacted with you, like, what are you doing? Why are at this point? Like, stop fucking blocking me out of conversations. I'm not the enemy. My motives have always been genuine. I'm just trying to warn people about dangers in the community. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end it with that. My video will be up a little later. Please go like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. If anybody wants support financially, you can do it at buymeacoffee.com/TeeJay Felony. Now would be an awesome time to support. And I will see you next time I post. Follow my ex at Felony Talk on X. And that's how you can keep up when I got a video coming out. So thanks for watching. I love all you guys. The Felony flock is rising. Peace out. Be good to each other. Have a good week.